everyone, it's GameCoy and welcome back for some more Ace Attorney. It looks like, and I'm taking this with a pinch of salt, it looks like we might be able to actually finish the second game today, which is a huge deal. We're finishing Ace Attorney 2 with this absolute stonker of a case. I mean, there's a lot going on, that's for sure. A lot of moving parts. But, you know, it's gonna be fine. We just have to, you know, make the trial last longer so that, Gumshoe and the gang can go find Maya. And then we can actually get our client a guilty verdict. I mean, when I got a game over earlier, I did kind of get him a guilty verdict, but that doesn't count because apparently, you know, we wouldn't have been able to save Maya, right? So that didn't count, But we're gonna do it for real and properly this time, because, you know, he was totally the problem, so we've got to do something about it. But I hope that you guys are all well. I've had a very busy day today, so I'm glad I get to unwind with some Ace Attorney. I mean, can you call Ace Attorney unwinding? That's a question for another day, I think. But hey, I get to hang out with the gang, do a bunch of silly voices, which is a good idea, good thing to do. Let's do it. Boom. Okay. We will be continuing. Farewell, my turnabout. Happy exact canonical day of Ace Attorney 4 Case 2 Day 2. Thank you. I don't... That's amazing. I mean, Ace Attorney 4, that is totally a game I own. But happy exact canonical date of Ace Attorney 4 Case 2 Day 2 to you too, Wave. Do you have like a little website that's like Ace Attorney calendar? 16th of June. That's what today's date is. I know dates so well. Okay, yeah, Bro was just doing his testimony. Did I press on all these? I bet I pressed on all these already. I'm pretty sure I pressed on all these. Oh, 2026 as well. Oh, okay, specifically. Whoa, exciting. That makes it very exciting. Okay, I think that I probably did do all this pressing, but we'll do it again in case I can get a hint, because I don't remember. I don't think Bro's lying. This all makes sense to me. If that's the case, then he really can't be mistaken. Hold it. Yeah. They'd feel something weird, and he gave the bellboy a tip. This bellboy wasn't an ordinary one. Okay. Oh, we're amending the testimony. We're winning. Okay, I mashed through too much of this. Okay, whatever. He's amending his testimony. Thank goodness. Matt gave the bellboy a tip. This is probably what I needed. I probably needed this statement this whole time. So he gave the bellboy a tip. What's so strange about that? Well, you see, Matt's not a poor penny pincher like me. I was trying to figure out how much it was because the tip really shocked me. How much it was? Sounds like he's paying D-Killer. But that's when something even more surprising happened. The bellboy was putting the tip he got in his pocket. And that's when I got my first good look at the guy's face. I was really shocked. I'm afraid I don't follow at all. It sounds like Mr. Powers was surprised twice by this event. I wonder which of his shocking moments I should ask about. What was so shocking about the bellboy's face, Mr. Powers? Well, he wasn't exactly a boy, more like an old Gramps. I hope you know that discrimination towards old men is a no-no in my court. No, that's not what I meant at all. In the smack middle of the guy's face, there was a line of stitches. Ooh, who does that sound like? Nicola. A line of stitches? Yeah, and it went straight from the tippy top of his head to the bottom of his chin. Almost like if that thread snapped, all the stuff in his head would come spilling out. Larry, yeah, it's Larry. He was there, at Ongard's house. He was that butler! What is it, Mr. Wright? Nothing, Your Honor. So that means Ongard was talking with D-Killer then. If that fact were to be exposed, Ongard would be declared guilty in a blink. Phoenix, you have to play dumb here. Pretend you don't know anything. Easy for me to do. Easy. Yes, Chief. You sure you don't have anything you would like to say, Mr. Wright? Huh? What did you just say, Your Honor? Not that dumb, Phoenix. Nothing, Mr. Wright, nothing. We're just going around and round in circles. Now then, Mr. Powers, please continue with your testimony. Okay, maybe we'll ask for how much the tip was, because we can stall by saying how much the tip was. We can be like, ooh, why is he giving him so much money? And like stall like that. Do you see what I mean? Let's go. The defendant is a huge star. He could afford to give generous tips, wouldn't you agree? Oh, I'm sure, but giving him that much was maybe a little too much, I think. A little too much? Would you please clarify for the court about how much would you say the defendant gave to the bellboy? Honestly, I don't know. I can't even begin to guess. Oh, why is that? Because he gave the bellboy a really, really fat roll of cash. A roll of cash? Ah, well, how interesting. That certainly was a very generous tip, wasn't it? A very fat roll of cash. That could hardly be called a tip, Your Honor. The judge is beginning to look awfully suspicious of us. Hey, let me save. I'm too scared. I'm gonna wait and see. There's nothing I can really object to here. I mean, who could argue that the fat roll of money isn't really odd? So supposing that roll of cash was not a tip, then what was it? Payment, Your Honor. Payment? Isn't it obvious? For the murder of Mr. Juan Corridor. Then the bellboy the witness saw. Yes, he was the assassin. Oh dear, I don't think we did the right option. Hold your horses now. Mr. Edgeworth, you don't have any proof of this, do you? Have I ever been unprepared to support my claims, Your Honor? I have here the card Shelley D. Killer left at the scene of the crime. Shelley D. Killer? He is the person the police's special investigations team has been chasing for ages. I am certain that the person the witness saw was this very assassin, Shelley D. Killer. Really? What's wrong, Mr. Powers? No, nothing. Something just clicked in my head and I think I just figured something out. Oh? Actually, I saw that bellboy again later on that night. What? Mr. Powers, please testify. Tell us what you saw. Yes, sir, right away. Okay, I think we're fine. Because we've got the testify again. This time, I was in that hallway because I had to go to the bathroom. And that's when that bellboy I saw earlier came out of the room. Of course, when I say room, I mean Juan Corridor's room. Now that I think about it, that bellboy did seem kind of out of place. Yeah, so he had to be an assassin. I'm sure of it. I mean... Thank you very much. That is all we need for now. Huh? But I'm not done. There's still more. Let us first establish that the bellboy was truly Mr. D. Killer. Then we shall see. Yes, Edgeworth, let's stall together. So the bellboy came out of the victim's room. And if that bellboy really was the assassin, then I think the answer is fairly obvious. That would be correct, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, I believe it's your turn to entertain and make us laugh. Your turn to stall. Ha 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 ha. This is no laughing matter. Alright, let's have a fun time. Pressing on some statements. And what time was it? Well, I don't remember. The awards ceremony ended around 8 PM, right? And I went to Matt's room pretty soon after that. And then I came back. And then I went to the bathroom. So I guess maybe it was around 8-10 PM by that time? You're not one for details, are you, Mr. Powers? Sorry. I thought I could maybe catch Matt and say my congrats. Are you sure it was the same bellboy? Yeah. And how could you tell? All the bellboys wear the same uniform after all. But you see, well, he had those stitches in his face. Ugh. So I'm sure it's the same guy that was talking with Matt. So which room did the bellboy come out of? The victim's room, huh? Yeah, the one with all the really pretty flowers and teddy bears. It was once a room, all right. Words cannot describe how screwed I am. Let's continue with the testimony, shall we? So what exactly was so out of place about him? Right. Why the insipid grin? Maybe because I have no idea what damaging thing he's going to say next? Well, the bellboy is empty-handed. Okay, I'm actually behind on my notes. So on guard gave bellboy roll of cash. That was from earlier. Bellboy empty-handed after leaving one's room. Done. Okay. Empty-handed? That bellboy was one of those room service people, right? But he wasn't pushing a cart and he wasn't holding a tray either. You'd call that a little strange too, wouldn't you? I agree that it is a bit strange, Mr. Powers. But is it really that unusual for a bellboy to be empty-handed? What should I do? Should I let Mr. Powers' testimony slide, or... Oh, let's try to pull a fast one. There's nothing strange or unusual about an empty-handed bellboy. But there really, really is. There really, really isn't. If you two are done being school children, bellboys are for room service. There is no reason for them to be empty-handed ever. Your Honour, I ask that the witness's previous statement be supplanted with this new one. Edgeworth, are you going to do whatever you can to make the bellboy look suspicious? I see, very well. This court recognises and grants the prosecution's request. Mr. Powers, if you could amend your testimony, please. Yes, sir. Alright, it's good though, it's good. Therefore, it's strange for a bellboy to come out of a room empty-handed. So you're saying that it's suspicious for him to be empty-handed? Yeah, really suspicious. I mean, when I first saw that bellboy, he was holding a tray in his hand, and there was a bottle of juice and a wine glass on it. Okay. Previously, there was a tray with a bottle of juice. Where have we seen that before? Juice, a wine glass. Right, nice. Juice? What kind of juice was it? I'm pretty sure it was tomato juice. We're stalling. Oh, I'm so good at stalling. Let's go. I'm killing it today. If we could come up with some sort of reason as to why he would come out empty-handed, some sort of proof, then I think we can dodge the bullet on this one for now. Proof, huh? Sounds like another job for the court record. Where's the crime photo? Maybe the tray is in there. Let's see. Yeah, the tray's there. Done. Boom, bam. Objection. The tray is on there. That's why it's empty, because he left the tray there. Oh, I'm killing it. Mr. Powers. Yes? You're easily influenced by other people's words, aren't you? As soon as you heard that the bellboy might have been the killer, you got caught up in believing it must be true. But isn't he really suspicious? He's got all those stitches and... So, a baseball has stitches. Are you saying all baseballs are suspicious because they have stitches? Oh, well, there's also, I mean, what about him being empty-handed? I would like to ask the court to please take a look here. Phoenix Wright, master of stalling. This is the crime scene. Wow, we've seen this picture about 50 times. Actually spent more time looking at the crime scene than the actual any of the evidence. There is a wine glass sitting next to Mr. Corridor's body. The liquid inside this glass is tomato juice. And now, if you would look at what is on top of the table in the lower right corner here, anyone can clearly see that it is a tray with a bottle of tomato juice on it. The bellboy had just brought this to Mr. Corridor's room. He left the tray in the room, which is why he was empty-handed when he left. But that would mean that the bellboy had seen and left a dead body in the room. Ah, but can you prove that Mr. Corridor was already dead at that time? Mr. Edgeworth. Yes? I blame you for leading me down this route. I'm terribly sorry. What is with him? Why is he laughing? Witness, isn't there one more thing you would like to share with us? We're stalling today! Is there? The bellboy was empty-handed, or should I say empty-handed. I recall you had something interesting to say about his hands. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Huh? What? That bellboy, he was wearing gloves. Okay. Bellboy was wearing gloves. Gloves? Yeah, pitch black leather ones. What on earth? That's not bellboy gloves. That's totally suspicious. Maybe, you know, we can't just say, oh, maybe he wanted to be stylish because he's supposed to be in uniform. All the other bellboys don't wear gloves like that, right? Black leather gloves? Why didn't you mention them earlier? Sorry, it slipped my mind. Oh, boy, does this make the bellboy look really suspicious. All right, got to focus. I can't get lax here. So what if he had gloves? A lot of bellboys wear gloves. Come on, Mr. Wright, that bellboy was wearing black leather ones. So, a football is made of leather. Are you saying all footballs are suspicious because they are made of leather? But that man, he received a large roll of cash from the defendant, and then he was seen leaving the crime scene wearing black leather gloves. I don't think that even someone like myself can believe he was just another bellboy. Ugh. It seems that we have finally come to an understanding. Now then, witness, please continue with the rest of your testimony. The rest? Oh yes, please tell us more. Okay. Why has he forgotten that we're stalling? He's supposed to be jumping for joy every time Edgeworth pulls one of these. After leaving Juan's room, the bellboy went and knocked on Matt's door, just like that. He gave something to the person inside the room. Then the old guy just left without even going into the room. After that, I went to the bathroom and then back to my seat. So the bellboy, after leaving the crime scene, next went to the defendant's room? Yeah, I kind of saw all that by accident. Some accident? I'd say you saw too much. And all of it was suspicious to high heaven. I think it's safe to say that we can no longer consider this bellboy to be normal. Now then, let's get started, shall we? Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. Hold it. Is that what you saw while you were busy spying? Excuse me? I may be a poor, underpaid action star, but even I wouldn't stoop to spying. Well, I think the point is, where did you watch all this from, Mr. Powers? Oh, from the door of the bathroom with my left eye, in a sort of sneaky spy-like. I knew he was spying. Please, does it really matter if he was doing it over or underhandedly? What did the bellboy do next? That's all I care to know. I said, hold it. Okay. That's better. What kind of statement is that? Please elaborate and give us a few more details. Oh, okay. I should probably ask him only one question at a time. I'll ask about the person. There's something. He gave something to this person. Yeah. And what was this something? If I remembered what it was, I wouldn't be calling it a something, would I? But this implies that something was removed from the scene of the crime. Okay. Bellboy handed someone in Max's room something. Removed from crime scene? Question mark? Are you sure you really can't remember, Mr. Powers? I think it was something kind of small. This is an incredibly crucial piece of information. Please, try to remember what it was. I'll try. In the meantime, let's talk of another point, namely, what the bellboy did next. Oh, so after he gave the person inside the room the thing. Okay, we'll try the other one too. Mash, 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 mash. We keep mashing. So who took this something the bellboy handed off? Actually, I don't know. What do you mean? I'm sorry, but I only saw the person's arm. Only an arm? Then you're saying you didn't see the person's face. Something small. Only saw arm. Amazing notes from today. I would like to summarise the testimony up to this point, if you don't mind. When the bellboy left the crime scene, he immediately went to the defendant's room. There, he handed a small item of some sort to the person inside. As for the person who received the item, all you could see was the person's arm. Yes, it was just like that. Mr. Edgeworth, is all this really that important? Of course, Your Honour. I think this is of the utmost importance. This is when whatever was removed from the crime scene was handed over to the client. Mr. Powers, please, try to remember what it was the bellboy handed off. Well, let's see. I think it was... No. If you remember, please add it to your testimony. Yes, sir. Some sort of wooden statue. Interesting. The statue? Yeah, it kind of looked like one, I guess. If I saw the actual thing again, I'd probably remember, you know. Looks like for this trial to proceed, I'm going to have to come up with whatever this statue thing is and show it to him. You're going to have to trust your instinct on this one and take a chance, Phoenix. Well, Mr. Powers, let's continue with your testimony. What did the bellboy do after that? We gotta continue pressing. Where did this bellboy go after he left Mr. Onguard's room? He opened the door to Viola Hall. Went in there, and who knows after that, right? I do. Yeah, you're gonna kidnap Maya. Did you see anything strange, suspicious, or just out of the ordinary at that time? Oh yeah, I saw that one thing. What? He saw something else? There was this jittery alien with a ray gun. Oh no, he saw old bag. Genius. He was watching Quad's door like some sort of stalker. I think we can forget about the alien. Well, Mr. Powers' testimony was just as vague as his first. It's a little troublesome, isn't it? But I'm sure if you press him enough, everything will become clearer. Although, that just makes it harder on us, doesn't it? Ugh, talk about a lose-lose situation. Okay, so we have to find what he handed. They're describing it as a wooden statue. Goodness knows what it actually could be. Oh, it's the wooden bear-shaped figurine. It's a wooden bear-shaped figurine. There we go. Mia did say take a chance. What was the point of that pregnant pause? Where did that objection come from? Well, speak up. It was me, Your Honor. What is it, Phoenix? I have a feeling that something bad is going to happen once I show this. Mr. Wright, if you have something to say, please spit it out. Yes, Your Honor. Okay, Phoenix, deep breath. Mr. Powers, the something you saw. Was it this item? Oh, hey, that's it. That's the something. Wow, Mr. Wright, you really figured it out. I recall we found this at Matt Onguard's mansion. At the defendant's house? What does this mean? It's simple, Your Honor. Shelley the killer assassinated Juan Corrida in his room, and then he stole this wooden bear from the scene of the crime. Then the bear being found at Mr. Onguard's mansion would mean... It goes without saying, Your Honor. Mr. Matt Onguard is the killer's client. Order, order, order! I said order! Mr. Wright, this is a most unfortunate turn of events for you. Yeah. Sorry, Mia. No, it's alright. Your judgment was sound. Actually, I figured the bear would come up. If not now, then it would have later on. Even if you hadn't shown it to the court, I'm sure your friend Edgeworth would have. You're about to reach 100k channel points. Epic gaming wave. Oh, I almost forgot that he knew about it too. I think it is clear that there is no need for us to continue this trial. I can't let this happen. Hello, Worm. How's it going? We're hopefully finishing this case today. I say hopefully. I hope. I hope we can save Maya. You're cleansed. Nice. I'm glad to hear it. There has to be something we've overlooked. Ace Attorney 3 Hive. Oh, yeah. Your Honor, a minute, please. Everybody proud of you. I am proud of you, Yes, Mr. Wright. There are still a few points left that we have not fully explored. What are you trying to pull? What have we missed so far? A lot of stalling. We basically kept chopping up Will Powers' little testimonies to try and drag it out for as long as possible. But now the judge is like, okay, I've seen enough. Yep. He was Onguard was the killer's client, blah, 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 blah. But we need to kind of stall a bit more because we still don't know if Maya is okay, basically. But yeah, yapping is the main part. Yeah, we did need to stall, so we've just been stalling. New music. Oh yeah, I'm excited for new music. Oh, well, we can't have that. All right, Mr. Wright. What questionable point would you like to explore further? Let me save. There's the bear itself and the person who received the bear. I feel like if I say the person who received the bear, they're just gonna be like, oh, it's Matt Onguard. But and go with the bear. I think it's fairly obvious that the bear itself is very questionable. The bear, Mr. Wright? This was found at Mr. Onguard's mansion. However, Mr. Onguard was arrested at the hotel that night, which means that since the murder occurred, he has not had a chance to go home. Oh. I think Your Honor has already figured out what I'm trying to say. It is not possible that it was Mr. OnGuard who took this bear to his mansion. Why, that's very true. We didn't consider that point, Mr. Wright. There was no way, time-wise, for the defendant to have taken this bear home. Phew, disaster averted it looks. Oh no. You haven't gotten the best of me yet, Mr. Wright. Huh? I remember it clear as day. I remember what you muttered to yourself at OnGuard's mansion. We have this area completely surrounded. There is no way for him to escape. I can't believe it. That butler, all this time he was D-Killer. D-Killer and OnGuard were working together, so to speak. And D-Killer was hiding at OnGuard mansion as his butler. What a bold move. The bear figurine was brought back to OnGuard mansion by D-Killer himself. When it looked like he was about to be arrested, OnGuard had him do so. I assume because it would have been bad had the police found it during their investigation. Well, Mr. Wright, you've been quiet for a while now. This is too much! Isn't there anything I can attack at all? I have to try. I have to find something else. What will you do now, Mr. Wright? Do you plan to? I plan to expose a clearly shaky place in Mr. Powers' testimony. What? There's still another one? There is indeed, Your Honor, and it's quite a questionable point. What are you trying to pull? Oh no. Okay. Right, we'll try person who received the bear. Because it couldn't have been OnGuard. There is one thing in Mr. Powers' testimony that was very unclear, and that is the identity of the person who received the bear. He gave something to the person inside the room. I'm sorry, but I only saw the person's arm. As long as we don't know who it was that took that bear, we can't be sure of... Ah! What is it, Mr. Powers? If you're going to scream like that, at least give us a good reason why. Oh yeah, sorry. Actually, so I remembered. I remembered who took the bear. What? Really? I mean, I only saw his arm. But the arm. It was a Nickel Samurai's arm, I swear it. That doesn't mean anything. You've got to be kidding. Are you sure of that, Mr. Powers? Yeah, I'm sure it was a Nickel Samurai. Could have been Adrian. Order. It looks like you've dug your own grave yet again. How many times is that today? I've lost count. See, the person who took in this little bear was the Nickel Samurai. And, as we all know, Matt OnGuard is the Nickel Samurai. Thanks to the defense, we've made that all the clearer. I think we've had enough. We now know why this bear figurine was at the defender's mansion, as well as who it was that received the bear from the assassin in his room. Everything has become very clear. The client, who hired the assassin to commit the murder, was Mr. Matt OnGuard. I see no reason for this trial to continue. Therefore, I will now hand down my verdict. Thank you, Your Honor, for your understanding. You see, Mr. Wright, you could not win against the truth, could you? I knew it would turn out this way. After all, what Airdrop has stated is the truth. Any last objections, Mr. Wright? Well, do I? What should I do? Yeah, raise the objection. I will now announce... Objection! Well, we got to. We have to keep stalling. There is only one way for me to drag this trial out. The only thing I have left is this one dirty trick. Your Honor, right now we have these two reasons to believe my client is the assassin's client. Reason number one, he accepted the bear figurine from the assassin. Reason number two, that very same figurine was found at OnGuard Mansion. However, it's possible this is all the work of a certain other person. What are you saying? What I'm saying is, it's possible a different person is D-Killer's real client. The real client? Yes. Is this all you have? Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your theory. Who do you say is D-Killer's real client and therefore the real murderer? Adrian. Because we already know she was faffing around in that costume, right? Adrian Andrews? Yes, we already know that she tried to frame Matt OnGuard for the crime. By wearing a spare Nickel Samurai costume. Ah! Then the Nickel Samurai's arm that I saw. That could have very well been Miss Andrews. Sorry, Adrian, for throwing you under the bus. But what about Mr. On Guard? Well, it doesn't matter. We're just trying to stall. I feel so horrible. If you would please recall yesterday's testimony. The defendant was taking a nap during the break period. That's right. Then, finding this figure at Mr. On Guard's mansion. It was a well-laid trap set by Miss Andrews. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion on this? I can't even begin to count the flaws in the defense's logic. Besides which, there is no evidence to support it. However, I can't fully discount its possibility either. What is with this trial? Come on, anyone can tell On Guard did it. I can't believe the defense would go so far as to pin the guilt onto someone else. Yeah, unbelievable. It's not something petty, it's murder of all things. This is to save Maya. This is to save Maya. Even if the whole world turns against me, this is one fight I can't give up on. Order, order, order! All disruptive parties will be forced to leave the courtroom. Your Honor, for the benefit of the defense, I am willing to play along with his what-if game. His what-if game, Mr. Edgeworth? The prosecution is prepared to challenge the defense's theory. Mr. Wright, even you must have thought it strange and wondered, why would the criminal want this little wooden bear? He's right. The killer did specially bring that bear to On Guard right away. Why do you ask? Is there something special about it? Absolutely. And I'm sure that once the court knows its significance, the true killer's identity will become crystal clear. Because it's a bear. Easy. Ah, Worm solved the case. We can end stream now. Worm solved it. Boom. Your Honor, the prosecution calls upon a witness who will clear all doubts against Miss Andrews. And who would that be? It's quite simple, Your Honor. Miss Adrian Andrews herself. Oh dear. Oh really, we're bringing her back. I see. Well then, the court will take a short 10-minute recess. The prosecution will prepare its witness in that time. Yes, Your Honor. Everyone say thanks, Edgeworth. Ha ha ha. Oh, I knew it was a good idea to hold her hostage. Don't you agree, Mr. Lawyer? But I never thought in your desperation you'd try to pin the guilt onto Adrian. Yeah, I've got a thanks, Edgeworth. Oh, I swear this demon will pay. Mr. Nick! Pose, where's Mia? I don't know. A really strong power suddenly called her away. A really strong power? Ring ring. Oh, Mr. Nick, your phone is... It's from Gumshoe. How's it going? Have you been hanging in there, pal? Yeah, sort of. We just barely found something to latch onto. Phew, that's good, pal. What about you? Anything yet? Have you figured out where D-Killer and Maya are? We still don't have any leads, but... What? We don't have any more time. If we just had one, even a single clue would be really helpful. I was only able to come this far because I kept thinking to myself, I've got to keep the trial going until Maya's been rescued. But have I just run out of luck this time? Is all our hope for naught? A tent? Huh? I can see a circus tent. Mia? It looks like Maya was unconscious until just a few minutes ago. As soon as she woke up, she called for me. So it was Maya that called you away. She's locked in a dusty little room right now, but I could see a circus tent outside the window about 300 feet away. Gumshoe, is there a circus in town right now? There's only one, pal. The very big circus. Oh, they're so back. Maya is somewhere within a 300-foot radius of the main tent. What? Okay, hold on a sec, pal. Hey, draw a circle on that map. About a 300-foot radius from the main tent. Hurry. And I can see a mailbox under the window just outside. Gumshoe, there's also a mailbox. Okay. What else? What else, Mia? I'm sorry, but it was a very small window. I couldn't see anything else. Felt like I was in an old office building. Maybe the 3rd floor or so. I heard her. An old office building. Good stuff, pal. Okay, just hang in there. Just a little longer, pal. Wish us luck. Good luck. I'll call you later, so don't let your battery die, okay, pal? Mia, Maya's not hurt, right? She's in a pretty bad state, Phoenix. She's being starved. Gumshoe, please hurry. Looks like we're out of time. Are you alright, Phoenix? It's only a matter of time before Maya's rescued. I can do this. I just have to make this trial last a little longer. Oh my goodness. We're back in court. We're back in court. Let's go, gang. Court will now reconvene. The killer, the man who murdered the victim, handed this to his client. From this, one obvious question arises. Why this particular item? I believe the answer to that question will provide us with the name of the real culprit. You're back in the building again. Yeah, that's us right now. We're back in the building. Now then, the prosecution calls the defendant's manager, Adrian Andrews, to the stand. She doesn't look pleased about being back. Currently, the witness is accused of tampering and obstruction of justice. Oh, that's probably because last time she was here, he said something horrible to her. I didn't realise why she's upset about being back. Hello, Red Eagle. It's been a little while. I hope that you've been okay. We are ace attorneying today. We are trying to stall in this trial because our friend has been kidnapped and we need her to get rescued before we make our client guilty. You know, normal Tuesday evening things. Normal Tuesday evening things, basically. However, you have been called to the witness stand today to ascertain who exactly is guilty of murder. I understand. Very good. Now, have you ever seen this bear before, Miss Andrews? Yeah, no, I'm really sorry to hear that, Red Eagle. I can imagine that would be very rough last week, but I hope things are getting a little bit better, hopefully. Of course I have. You have seen it before? That's right, it's only natural that the witness has. Miss Andrews, could you please enlighten the court to this bear's secrets? Alright. Why? Why does she... Actually, this is an elaborate puzzle. If you know the correct order, it can be taken apart one piece at a time. At its center is a small cavity with just enough room to store a small item. Because of its complexity, if you don't know the order, you can't open the bear. You really can't tell that it's a small jewelry box just by looking at it. Oh, that's really nice that you could do that for her. Oh, that's very sweet. But yeah, once again, my condolences on that. Alright, they said jewelry box. I'm gonna wager it's an engagement ring. And we're gonna go back to the Celeste stuff, but I'm not sure. Yeah, exactly. I'm very sorry for your loss too. Oh, that really does sound awful. My goodness. That was really sad. Oh my goodness. Alright. I do have to solve this case, otherwise Maya is going to stay kidnapped and we can't be having that today. Yes, can be deceiving, wouldn't you agree? Yes, this is superb craftsmanship. Oh yes, I nearly forgot. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. It looks like there really was something to that bear after all. Alright, I'm betting it's Celeste's engagement ring that got taken away or whatever. Okay, oh wait, I need to go back. Hold it! A puzzle? Oh, and that's nice that you could donate that stuff. That it will find a new home. Those are top tier cat spots, if I do say so myself. But it looks like an ordinary figurine. True enough, to people who don't know, I'm sure they would never guess that this was a puzzle. So what kind of puzzle is this exactly? So you can take it apart, and how would one go about doing that? Well, you first turn its tail to the right and then push it in. Oh yes, I see. After that, the arms and legs are free to move and can be removed. Ooh, this is most interesting. A boy and his new toy. It's like he's 5 all over again. It is a really nice idea, I agree. I don't think he's doing a good job. Oh, don't mind me. Go ahead and carry on. I think he's lost it. So what do you find after you take the puzzle apart? And how do you know about this? I know because I was the one who bought it. Ooh, okay. Okay. Huh? It was a souvenir from when a friend and I went to Switzerland. Oh, he seems to like their home. They always say that you don't choose a cat, that cats choose their owners. I'm never sure how true it is, but I think there are definitely some cases where it 100% is, right? And then this was a present from you? That's right. It was a puzzle in the shape of the bear, so I thought it would be perfect for Juan. So it was a present from Miss Andrews. Witness, let's continue with your testimony. So, who exactly knew how to solve this puzzle? Only the two of us, Juan and myself. Okay. Okay, only the two of them knew how to solve it. That'll be interesting. It was a souvenir from Switzerland, so I doubt there are that many people with this same bear in this country. But this looks like it can be easily broken, especially if someone wanted to get at what's inside. Well, it's a toy, but it can never be the same again once it's been broken. Anytime, Red Eagle. I do hope things get better for you. Who else knows that this bear is actually a small container or jewelry box? I never told anyone, and as long as Juan never told anyone either, then only the two of us knew. The two of you, huh? Then of course that means Mr. Arngard didn't know, right? I think this is about all I'm going to get for now. Well, Mr. Wright, I think even you have come to realise that there is one very important fact we have uncovered, and that is this. This bear is actually a jewelry box. Now that we have agreed to this point, there is only one logical question that can come next, and that is this. What is inside this box? What's inside? That's right. That's what we are going to find out next, witness. Yes? You are the only one who can open this. Please. There's a painful silence hanging over the courtroom. All eyes are on Miss Andrews now as she solves the puzzle and takes the bear apart. I've opened it. Is this what you wanted? Oh, a piece of paper. Lovely. What's that? It looks like a note. I don't think we need to guess at what that is, do we, Mr. Wright? It's the suicide note. The suicide note? The suicide note left by Juan Corrida's former manager, Celeste Impax. Until now, no one knew of its whereabouts, but just as we suspected, it was hidden. Hidden by the victim, Juan Corrida himself. It seems Celeste Impax had very beautiful handwriting. Is that really an appropriate statement for right now, Edgeworth? Oh, it doesn't mean it hurts any less, I'm sure. I'm sorry that it's happened to you twice. And she just as beautifully signed her own name on this document. This is most definitely the note she left right before she committed suicide. Order! Witness, did you know about this? Yes, I did. I heard all about it from Juan. When I discovered his body, I looked for the bear. Is he in on the stalling or just unhinged? He's in on the stalling. I think we literally were like chatting before the trial started. He was like, we need to stall, because he's the one that sent Gumshoe after Maya, so he totally knows. He is totally stalling as well. Edgeworth stalling is just so funny. So I've heard vets are expensive, which is, I think there's not even like a standard, at least in the UK, there's not even a standard like pricing structure for stuff. Like vets are just charged whatever they like, which is bonkers to me. I wanted to destroy the note before it became public, but I couldn't find it anywhere, because it had already been taken by the killer. Everything is going at Mr. Edgeworth's pace. So now that the suicide note has been found, what's the next logical question? What is written on the note? That's right. At least that's what I would think. Now then, I believe it is only appropriate the contents of this note be made known. I can't stop you, can I? Vet costs made you realise what healthcare must feel like in the US. That is so sad, but unfortunately I think that is true. Oh dear. Insurance covers some of it, but it's still a lot. Yeah, there are loads of adverts for like pet insurance here. And there's like health insurance in the US. I went through so much just to get my hands on it. And then the paying for the insurance, yeah. And I was going to burn it for her sake. I'm deeply sorry, but I can't allow you to persuade me to stop. Your Honour, if you could please read the contents of the note aloud. We're going to read it in the judge's voice? What on earth? Or am I going to have to do a Celeste Impact's voice? I didn't even give her a voice because she doesn't have any lines because she's dead. Right, we'll do a Celeste voice. Oh no, the judge's voice rang loud and clear through the deathly silent courtroom. In her note, Celeste Impacts left to us a record of all that had happened to her. About being used and then thrown away by Ungard. About being engaged to Corridor and Ungard's role in destroying that. And about how she decided in her despair to end it all. Okay, we don't get to have the judge reading it out. Okay, that's probably better. That's probably better. And that's all Miss Impacts had to say. There is one thing I would like to say here. The prosecution has no interest in slandering Mr. Ungard. The entire note would have been too much for 12 rating. I think so too. I think so. Then what? Our intention, Your Honour, is to establish a motive for murder. Isn't that correct, witness? Yes. On the night of the murder, Juan was going to make the contents of the note public. After the post-ceremony show, he was going to hold a press conference. My word! Matt Ungard values, above all else, his refreshing like a spring breeze image, which is why he had to stop this note from being made public. At any cost. It's Ungard's fault that woman killed herself. And this time he went this far. Okay, I matched the other one. Yeah. There's a slimeball lawyers out there who defend these creeps too. There is no room for doubt here. Mr. D. Killer's client's goal was to obtain the suicide note, and the only person who needed this note that badly is the defendant. Let's not forget that the bear with the note inside was found at the defendant's house. It seems that we have come to the truth at last. The defendant's motives were entirely selfish. He deserves no sympathy from anyone. Ugh! How am I supposed to escape from this one? Why the hesitation, Phoenix? Gumshoe hasn't called yet, so you know what you must do. I know, I have to carry on and buy him some more time. Okay, there are two deadly pieces of evidence, the figurine and the suicide note. Maybe somehow I can find a way out of this situation through one of those. The gavel is already in the judge's hand. Phoenix, hurry! Suicide note or the figurine. Which one of these should I pursue? Only Corridor and Andrews know how to open it. We'll go with that first. Let me save. We'll go to the figurine. Objection! Please wait, Your Honor. Oh man, look at that lawyer. He's still going at it. It's like he doesn't care that he's trying to get a killer off the hook. The assassin took this with him from the crime scene after murdering Mr. Corridor, at the request of his client, of course. So, what's your point, Mr. Wright? I don't think it's possible that Mr. D. Killer's client was Matt Ungard. In fact, I think there is a contradiction here. You can't tell by just looking at it that this bear is really a jewelry box. The chances that Matt Ungard thought the note was inside this bear are 0 to none. Oh, I didn't think of it that way. Exactly. But I did think of it that way, and I thought it was rather strange. After all, there is no reason why Mr. Ungard would ever want a jewelry box like this. Order! You make a valid point, Mr. Wright. Mr. Redruff, what is your opinion? It was just a flash, but I think I did rather well on this one. Unfortunately, I think he believes differently. I believe a show of appreciation is in order. Huh? The defense seems to be in love with wishing more despair upon itself. I would like to direct the court's attention to this. What is that? It is a very small video camera, Your Honor. This type of camera is commonly used as a means of spying. Spying? What? I thought that spy camera was in my possession. Matt Ungard and the victim both thought of the other as their biggest rival. They even went so far as to use this type of item to find each other's weaknesses. And the victim, Juan Corridor, was being spied on. His personal life was being watched by none other than Matt Ungard. But only the night of the murder. That's the only time it was used. Order! Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? You don't tell me you knew about your client's spying activities. Well, sort of. Sort of is not an acceptable answer, Mr. Wright. I see you are confused, Mr. Wright. You're probably thinking, but I have the camera that was in the stuffed bear's eye. But this camera that I have is not that same one. Last night I searched the victim's house on a hunch, using this Gumshoe's bug sweeper. By the way, Mr. Wright, the defendant's fingerprints were found on this camera. Matt Onguard's fingerprints were on there? Well, Phoenix, it looked like those cameras were hidden all over the place, huh? What am I supposed to say to that evidence? I think this is the end. It's fairly obvious that Mr. Onguard learned of the suicide note through this. He was watching the victim all along. He got me good this time. I don't have anything to counter that. Hey, now what's that lawyer thinking? Mommy, is that man the bad killer guy? Shush, stop, don't look at him. The way he's sweating is just so nasty. Phoenix. Yes, Chief? Have you figured out what you're going to do next yet? What I'm going to do next? Does running away like a frightened child work? I know it seems like Mr. Edgeworth is very close to putting the lid on this case, but in his eagerness to prove his point, he forgot one very important thing. Well, what is it, Mia? There is a piece of evidence that he really should investigate. Something he should investigate? I would really hate to see a good prosecutor get scolded for not remembering to look into the item when he had the chance. Why are you speaking in riddles all of a sudden? Alright, I think this time we finally understand everything. Actually trying to get into voice acting. I've got like 2 voices and like just 2 variations on them. But thank you very much. I'm glad you're enjoying the fun little voices. I enjoy doing them. It's one of my favourite bits about doing Ace Attorney. So if there's like a new one that's voice acted, I'll be obviously happy that there's voice acting, but I'll be a little sad that I don't get to do them myself. Alright. Let's go. Well, Mr. Wright, you don't have any further objections, do you? What is this piece of evidence that Mia's talking about? Hang on, let me save again. I need to save again. Can I figure out what it is that still needs to be looked at? Or should I let it go? We're gonna redo this for children. I used to very briefly do that when I was volunteering. Well, not very. Sometimes I'd read to them a bit. There's one of random instances of voice acting, but 99% of the time it's the same as right now. I'm the narrator ever. Yeah, I was narrator in like all the school plays as a kid. That was about the weakest objection I've ever heard, Mr. Wright. Objection! Your Honor, the defense has no intention of letting this go so easily. You are beginning to sound desperate. That's just your imagination, Your Honor. Mr. Edgeworth, this is not like you at all. In your eagerness to prove your point, you've forgotten one very important thing. Oh, the latent crossover, I see. Morgan Freeman, I think I've heard him narrating a few things. Hey, isn't that what I just said? Yeah, we just copied her. So you're telling me that I forgot something? You're so close, Mr. Edgeworth, but there's something you really should examine about this piece of evidence. Yeah, the picture. We have not talked about the picture. Well, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, I do believe some special examination is needed. Yeah, I've seen March of the Penguins. Years ago. But I think the item that should be examined is the defense's grey matter. Whoops! Oh, it was not the picture. Mr. Wright, after this trial is over, I'd like to see you in my chambers. I think there are a few things we need to discuss. Oh no, it wasn't that. Okay. Alright. If you're going to speak, please use your brain to make up something intelligible. What do you mean those are the wrong penguins? Okay, right. It wasn't the picture. Oh, I thought the picture was going to be good. Okay. We did that. We don't need that. That one was 8 PM 1 hour. Something Edgeworth would be annoyed that he didn't examine it more. I mean... Autopsy reports. We We do have an autopsy report. He does love autopsy report. That is true. We have one. Badge! Yes, it's the badge! It's the badge! It's the badge. Oh my goodness. If I present the badge now, I think they will actually like... It's got to be the autopsy report. He does love the autopsy report. We just talked about the autopsy report so much. I just don't know. I really thought I was onto something by saying, oh, the picture. Because, like... It's either that or, like, I don't know. We haven't... It's a specifically Edgeworth thing. It is a very Edgeworth thing. But I don't know if she was saying it because, like, Edgeworth as Edgeworth or just Edgeworth as prosecutor, you know what I mean? But he does love the autopsy report. The trailer. Oh my goodness. I mean, the reveal of the direct, it did look gorgeous, didn't it? That would be exciting. Oh, I don't know. I also don't want to use all my health on this. I really don't like doing the trials with no health. We don't really have much choice. Okay, whenever I'd like a hint. They did remake... Oh yeah, Ocarina of Time 3D. I think we had Ocarina of Time 3D. See, I'm thinking right now the bear because... I know we've talked to death about the bear. Same with Majora's Mask, yeah. I wonder if they'll do Majora's Mask remake as well. Because they are set, like, I think right after each other. Or one right after the other. It's been longer than the original and the 3DS and the 3DS one, and now, oh wow. My goodness, that is impressive. Because it was on, what, N64 or something, wasn't it? I'm thinking the bear, because I don't think we've used the fact that only Corridor and Andrews know how to open it. Unless we're going to argue that the spying meant that he... Oh, no, oh, okay, all the way around, okay. Either that, or the fact that the camera in the victim's room. Oh no, but didn't he say the other camera was in the victim's room? See, I'm gonna put the camera. No, was not that. Okay, it wasn't the camera. Okay, well I don't have many goes left. Okay. Next, oh, is that the cowboy game? I feel the only thing I know about it is that there's cowboys. Okay, it's looking a little bit dire for me at present because I don't have much health left, so I kind of need to get it right this time. That is the cowboy game. You know it, you know it. Speaking of cowboys, who's excited for Toy Story 5? It's a masterpiece. I've not played it at all. I just know it's the cowboy game. Yeah, me too. I mean, I still think they should have ended it on 3. I watched Toy Story 1 and Toy Story 2 over the weekend, and I'm planning to watch 3 and 4 this weekend in preparation for Toy Story 5. Like, I'm revising. I'm doing my Toy Story revision. He doesn't want to go to Toy Story 5. Oh no, you have to come all the way here and come watch it with me then. Okay. Well, over 70 million copies, that is a lot of copies. I'm quite lost in the source. There's just too many. My court record is 3 pages long. That's too many pages for me. Has anyone got a hint? Because I don't know. Like, it's gonna be something stupid. I would like my hint, yes. Almost a decade old. I can't. I'm still not like. I don't even know when was 10 years ago. Wasn't it like 2016? That doesn't feel like 10 years ago. One of the pieces of evidence is only assumed and not confirmed. Oh. That's not very good, is it? What have we assumed? That is... Well, there's definitely a specific property of a piece of evidence is assumed and not confirmed. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going a week after release as well, but I'm hoping I just won't get spoilers for Toy Story 5. Okay, so I'm thinking, again, I'm thinking about the bear. I'm thinking that... No. She's saying she didn't tell anyone. And it's only if one told someone. But like, I don't know if that's assumed enough. Or not. That was definitely found in the room. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Fine, fine, fine. Fine. Fine, 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 fine. I mean, is it the bear? I think it must be the bear. We gotta, maybe someone else knows how to open the bear. I guess. I'm so lost. I want to know. Well, it's either I try it and find out and then do the rest of the trial scared for my life, or find out now. Is it the bear? I mean, the other things, it's either, I think, I'm also thinking about that it's not. Okay. I also think there's like the receipt. I know that we're like, oh, it's the same price as... The thing is, like, I know all this is true, right? Surely, I know all this is true. It's related to the text on something. Okay. Well, that narrows it down quite a bit, right? I mean, we got the note and we got the receipt. Given that we're probably not talking about the receipt right now, it's probably the note, because we were like, oh, she signed her name. It's definitely hers. But I don't know. Surely we could match it up to the handwriting of the picture. That is Miss Impax's suicide note. Yeah, like, what if she didn't write that? They like made a comment about her handwriting. Oh, that was so sneaky. Thank you, Wave, for bearing with me. Right. Who knows? I mean, sure, this suicide note was found inside this bear, but this bear was in my possession until only a few moments ago. There you go. There I go. Which means the handwriting on this suicide note is yet to be analysed. Oh. So, as to whether this pivotal piece of evidence was really written by Miss Impax or not, that has yet to be even remotely confirmed. Mr. Wright, you can't seriously be suggesting... Mr. Wright, are you saying the suicide note is a fake? Miss Andrews, you are the one who tried to pin this murder on Mr. Ungard. Who's to say you didn't create a fake suicide note and put it into despair? How dare you? Your Honour, the defence is indiscriminately accusing the witness again. There is no evidence linking the witness to the suicide note whatsoever. But if this is a fake, then the witness is the only person who could have made it, because she's the only one who could have opened the bear. What? Recall the witness's testimony concerning this figurine. The only person other than the victim who could solve the puzzle was the witness herself. Miss Andrews, you wrote this note, didn't you? You wrote it so you could use it to frame Matt on guard. I did no such thing. Right, if you're going to pronounce this suicide note a fake, then show us this court some evidence to support your theory. Okay, now I'll show the picture. Mr. Edgeworth, you are the one who presented this scrap of paper as evidence. That means the burden of proof lies with you, the prosecution. That's enough, Mr. Edgeworth. Poor Adrian, I know, right? Caught in the middle of this. I do hope we apologise as well. Can you confirm the handwriting on the suicide note? It is as the defence has stated, the handwriting is yet to be analysed. If that's the case, it seems that yet again we have reached a point where a verdict is impossible. Impossible? That's impossible! This isn't good, Phoenix. The judge is going to carry this trial over one more day. I don't think Maya will physically be able to make it another day. I didn't want to have to do this, but I don't have a choice. I request that both the prosecution and defence further investigate. Handwriting analysis, my butt! That's just the lawyer trying to buy more time! Oh God, is guilty. Look, any idiot can tell you that! I think we've reached the end of the line. Guilty! No, but I had the picture! Why does no one ever believe me? What is that sound? It's Gumshoe! Hello, Gumshoe? What is with him? And what's on that side? Where's Maya? What happened? Did he kill her? He got away. What? I'm sorry, pal. I really am. I don't know what to say besides I'm sorry. I wish there was some way to make it up to you. I really do. Anyway, what's going on? We found his hideout, pal. But the two of them were already gone. This is terrible. I'm gonna keep looking for them, pal. Don't you worry. I just need a little more time. But don't tell me we don't have any more. Guilty, guilty, guilty. Oh my goodness. Do you hear that? They're calling for his head. Mr. Wright, I can't. For us to come this far and... Oh, what is it? Let me talk to Mr. Edgeworth. I can't do that. Mr. Wright, would you please get a hold of yourself? Yes, Your Honour. I'm about to end today's proceedings. You may take your phone calls after. Hold on, Your Honour. Edgeworth, catch! Take that. This call's been taken in the courtroom, I know. Yeet! Exactly. Mr. Edgeworth! Please, you've got to buy us some more time! Court is in session. I'm sorry, Your Honour. You were saying? Spinning, I know, right? Mr. Wright, this is a court of law. I'm sorry, Your Honour, but I am reluctant to do this. However, it appears that I have no choice but to suspend proceedings until tomorrow. This time I really can't do anything. Court is now adjourned for the day. Oh my goodness. Objection! Please wait, Your Honour. Edgeworth? What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? I humbly request another 30 minutes of Your Honour's time. For what purpose? We can perform the necessary tests on this piece of evidence in that time. But can you really obtain the results in 30 minutes? I believe we can, Your Honour. But wouldn't it be better if we just adjourned for today and then reconvene tomorrow? 30 minutes! Please, Your Honour, that's all I'm asking for. Please, Your Honour! Very well. At the prosecution's request, this court will now take a 30-minute recess. But be advised that I will not allow another recess today. I'm not sure if this is helping or hurting us. The court will now take its final recess of the day. Okay, but we can analyse it based on the picture, right? Surely. Right, well, what's going on with Maya's situation? Did he kill her? It looks like he got away again. Oh, I hope you enjoyed dinner, Red Eagle. Thank you for stopping by. Have a lovely day. Alright, looks like he got away again. Oh, dear. 30 minutes? We can't find her in that time. Ugh. Come on, Gumshoe. Come on, Gumshoe. Report. Ah, is that Mr. Edgeworth? We don't have time. Just spit it out. Right. It looks like we just missed them, sir. But the killer left a few things behind by accident and is rushed to get away. A few things? Can we use any of them as evidence? Oh, I thought you'd ask, pal. I've got the things he left with me right now and I'm on my way over. Really? That's odd. Any items like that are usually sent to the crime lab first. We don't have time to wait for those guys, sir. When those guys weren't looking, I swiped the stuff and ran. What? Well, I'm not a detective anymore, so I had to. I'm really sorry, sir, but I've got to put the law on hold for now. Sounds bad. I hope he doesn't get in too much trouble over this. My hunker jump car is saving me there in about 20 minutes, sir. Don't worry, I'll be there. Wait for me. All right, just get here in one piece. I'm on a mission and no one can stop me now, sir. No one. I'm pulling out all the stops and running every red light. Items left by the murderer, huh? Maybe there's something among them will be decisive enough to end this. What's wrong? Detective Gumshoe, answer me. No one could stop me. Oh no, did he get in a car crash? Oh dear. Gumshoe. What happened? It sounded like he had an accident. I'm guessing his cell phone broke as well. What was he thinking? We've got to hurry and call for help. But we have no idea where he is. Are you kidding me? I know, right? His cell phone is broken, then he wasn't driving a patrol car, so no radio either. Also, if we don't get to those items before they do, the police will take possession of them. No, we can't let that happen. Well, if there's a way we can find out where he is, then we stand a chance. Why did Gumshoe have to get into an accident now? Is there any way to find out exactly where he is at this moment? That's right, there is a way. What? How? I'm sure you can find out where Detective Gumshoe is through this. Through what? I don't know, I just said I could. I actually just said that. Oh dear. I really did just bluff. I am Phoenix, right? I just bluffed, guys. This is a bad word. Oh dear. Is it more of like a these? Oh wait, couldn't we like... Okay, slightly unhinged idea. We ask Poe. That's a really bad idea. We ask Poe to ask Mia, and then Mia gets back to us. Because they were near Maya. I mean... It's a really bad idea. Do I lose health if I get this wrong? Because if I don't lose health, then I can try it. But otherwise, I'll be too scared. Alright, that would be useful to check. Thank you. I mean, I don't see my health bar popping up. But I'm also scared, so... Whee, spin. Spin, spin, spin. I mean, maybe my unhinged idea is actually the solution. It has been before. The guide just says the right answer, not what happens when you get it wrong. Oh. Anyone a fan of my idea? Anyone that hasn't played it? Are they a fan of my really great idea? Well, no, I don't care anymore. Right, we're not in the middle of a mock trial here. I guess this won't work, huh? I guess it's up to me. Alright, I will think of something on my end. Don't get your hopes up too high, but I'll try my best. Did I say something wrong? Edgeworth! What is it? I don't have any right to judge anyone ever again. I know my client is guilty, but what I'm doing now, I'm pinning the guilt onto someone totally innocent and using the evidence to do so. Well, my idea was wrong. It might be my turn to say, Defense Attorney Phoenix Wright chooses death. Right. It doesn't suit someone like you to cry useless tears. Still a fan, I'm glad. Whether you did your job well or not, that can only be seen after the verdict has been decided. The verdict? Is Prosecutor Edgeworth here? Yes, bailiff. There's a phone call for you, sir. They said it was extremely urgent. They're probably finished with the handwriting analysis. I have to go take this call. In the meantime, think hard about what it is you must do. Okay, I hope that didn't actually have ramifications. What was the right answer? Because I was lost in the source, as usual. So, I would like to know. Court will now reconvene. I assume both sides are ready. Maybe it'll tell me shortly, okay. Yes, Your Honor. Hopefully. Yes, Your Honor. I can understand the defense acting like this. However, why do you also seem distraught, Mr. Edgeworth? Aye, that is. It's nothing, Your Honor. What's wrong with Edgeworth? It looks like something unexpected just happened to him. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, you could please tell me to court the results of the handwriting analysis on Miss Impax's suicide note? Yes, Your Honor. Unfortunately, We have discovered that this suicide note is a forgery. What? What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This note was not written by Miss Impax herself. It is a fake. Alright, we got it. The note was a fake. Order, Mr. Edgeworth, and you care to explain what is going on. If this was not written by Miss Impax, then who wrote it? We would need more time to do a more detailed analysis. However, it appears that the handwriting matches that of the victim, Mr. Juan Corrida. Mr. Corrida? Well. It looks like Miss Impax never left a suicide note after all. She never wrote anything about On Guard. However, Your Honour, even though the suicide note is indeed a fake, Mr. On Guard could not have known that, and so the facts remain unchanged. Acting under the assumption that it was real, he had plotted to possess it. That does sound very plausible. Such a roller coaster, I know. This theory that On Guard had no idea that the suicide note was fake. Something seems a little wrong with it. The defense believes that the theory the prosecution has stated contradicts testimony. If everything the prosecution has proven up to this point is true, then it's impossible for Mr. On Guard to not have known it was a fake. Well, like, he couldn't see it. He couldn't open it. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, your response? I believe that even more important than finding out if this note is real or not is whether the attorney's badge pinned to that man's chest is real. Oh, it's wrong. That is the $1,000,000 question. Oh no. Yes, I agree. Me too. Oh! I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that I messed up again. Actually, there is something I would like to ask. Mr. Edgeworth, you had stated something earlier to the effect of the defendant had spied on Mr. Corrida's private life. I believe this would mean that he would have known about the note as well. That's it. Yes, and so naturally, this means Mr. On Guard would have known that the note was a fake. Ugh. Order. See here, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honour? I was the one who forwarded the spying thing. Jumping in and stealing my thunder like that is simply, I can't even describe it. Yeah, sorry. I could have even bragged about embarrassing Mr. Edgeworth to my grandchild had you not. For that, I assign you a penalty, Mr. Wright. Oh no, I've got, my health's empty. No! Oh dear. Oh no. He just penaltied me twice for the same thing. That's so mean. What on earth? Like twice? Oh dear. That was so bad. That has not happened to me before. What on earth? That's so evil. I can't believe he gave me a penalty twice for the same mistake. What on earth? That's so horrid. Alright, you're right. Yep. Oh my goodness, I'm still reeling. That was so mean. I'm gonna keep saving. The defense believes that the theory the prosecution has stated contradicts testimony. If everything the prosecution has proven up to this point is true, then it's impossible for Mr. On Guard to not have known it was a fake. Okay, we do the spying. It happens if you either choose back down or get that wrong, so you can only get penalised once. Okay. We'll do the spy camera. What is this little item called again? A video camera, Your Honour. Well, a very small one, but... Oh, that's right, a camera. You kids and your fancy toys nowadays. Mr. Edgeworth, earlier you claimed that Mr. On Guard knew of the existence of this note because he was spying on the victim, isn't that right? If that were true, then this means Mr. On Guard would have known that the victim had forged the note. So then the defendant knew the suicide note was a fake, and if that's true, then the situation has suddenly changed in a very dramatic way. Exactly, Your Honour. The prosecution's theory as to what Mr. On Guard's motive for murder was, it has suddenly disappeared into thin air. But, Your Honour, it's not as if Mr. On Guard monitored Mr. Corrida 24 hours a day. Perhaps the victim wrote the note at a place Mr. On Guard didn't know of. Well, right back at you, Mr. Edgeworth. Why don't you show us some proof that the victim made a forgery at an unknown place? Order! Mr. Edgeworth. I'm running out of water, so we have to finish this trial soon. It looks like this time it is you who has dug his own grave. Oh no. As I figured. Huh? As you figured? As I figured, it came down to this after all. Mr. Edgeworth, you're not making any sense. When I heard the results of the handwriting analysis, I thought this might happen. The question is, what next? What next? If the prosecution can't prove Mr. Ongar's motive through the evidence, then we must prove it from another angle. Well, I agree with you there. Your Honour, the prosecution would like to call a witness to the stand at this time. Oh, well, that's fine. However, this witness is a little unusual. Edgeworth stuttering? This is not like him at all. Unusual? Well, what sort of witness is this person, Mr. Edgeworth? This witness is one who is perfectly fit to answer once and for all the question of who was it that hired Shelley the Killer to commit murder? I'm slightly concerned. That's impossible. No such person exists who can answer that question with such certainty. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth, who is this witness? It's Yes, go on. Who is it? The man himself. Mr. Shelley the Killer. No way! Oh, Mr. the Killer. Wait, Shelley the Killer? Ah, you mean the killer? I mean the assassin? Yes, Your Honour. He's coming here to the witness stand? Well, yes, in a manner of speaking. I recognise that this is a very unusual circumstance, so I ask for your permission. Well, Mr. Wright. Yes? Is this all right with you? Do I have a choice here? I can't really do much else to drag this trial out. The defence has no objections, Your Honour. I wonder if it really is all right to do this. Very well then, the prosecution calls its witness to the stand. Edgeworth, is there no other way left to us? Come on, if we get D. Killer, we get Maya. Simple. Now then, witness. Your name and your occupation, please. Very good, sir. My name is Shelley the Killer, and I'm a professional assassin. I say, what is going on here? Your Honour. How can you remain so calm? What is the meaning of this two-way radio? Actually, Your Honour, it was delivered to me just now, and it came with a condition. As long as we do not trace its source, Mr. D. Killer will testify to this court. So this must be what that urgent phone call he got earlier was about. Oh no, this will not do. I cannot allow this in my court. First of all, we can't even be sure this is really Mr. D. Killer himself. Witness, please present some sort of proof that you are in fact Shelley D. Killer. I understand. Please wait a second. I'm so hungry. Maya! A voice, Mr. Wright. Can you confirm anything from this? The defence has no objections to this person. We're satisfied that this man is indeed Shelley the Killer. It looks like we've run into yet another unexpected turn of events. Well, it doesn't seem like we have too many choices under these circumstances, so... Now then, witness, there is one thing I would like to confirm before we speak of anything else. Well, let me save again, now we got past all that. And what would that be? At the request of a client, you killed Mr. Juan Corridor. Is this correct? It is as you say. I did indeed kill Mr. Corridor. Now that we have answered that, let's move on to the name of your client. Very well. This is all just a bad dream. Yes, that's it, a bad dream. Shelley the Killer. What is he going to say? Oh my goodness, whole testimony. What is this game? There is something I must first state. To an assassin, nothing is more important than the trust between a client and himself. And that is the reason I am here today on this witness stand. It is my wish that you grasp this concept before I give the name of my client. Mr. D. Killer seems to be a very clever man. I'd almost say he seems to be mocking us. While he may appear to be our enemy, Your Honour, Mr. D. Killer is only stating the truth. He is no hypocrite. He has always stood by this one belief. You mean about this trust between his clients and himself? We have to tell him that Matt has the camera because the camera is breaking the trust. Basically. It seems to be a level of trust beyond what people like me can comprehend. Well, Mr. Wright, are you ready to cross-examine the witness? Yes, Your Honour. There's no way to know what's coming next, so stay cool and collected, Phoenix. This is so bonkers. We can hear anything you have to say later. Can you please just tell us your clients? I don't think you understand your place, Mr. Attorney. I said this is something I must first state. Do you know what the word first means? Sorry. Go on. Well, it appears this is one witness you can't badger, Mr. Wright. That's only because you don't know about my situation. The trust between you and your client? I provide my services in a fast and efficient manner. In exchange, I trust that my clients are discreet about me and my identity. If too many people knew my face, it would be quite troublesome. And that is why you're testifying in this manner. This is the first time one of my clients has ever been accused of murder. I must preserve the D-Killer name so my clients can trust me. But couldn't someone stab you in the back and break your trust? It has never happened before, but if it ever did, yes, that person wouldn't be my client for very long. They would certainly. That's enough! Please, no more! Very well, this was only a hypothetical anyway. That's it. That's the bit where you have to press, I think. We'll press on the others just to see what he has to say. That seems a little strange to me. I mean, you're about to tell us the name of your client. I would think that this would be very bad for them. It doesn't matter to me. This client has already broken the rules and acted outside of their prescribed role. There we go. He already knows. Their role? This person tried to implicate another of the crime in order to save themselves, and this is a trespass that cannot be forgiven. You! Who gave you the right to be so high and mighty? To the gentleman who spoke just now, excuse me, but would you care to die? No, I didn't say anything! The judge had better watch himself. We understand, so please tell us the name of your client. I'm afraid I cannot do that. I still have a few things to say before I do. Ugh, that egomaniacal. It's no good for your health to be so aggravated. You won't live very long if you let everything bother you. Somehow, that coming from an assassin makes it less than comforting. I don't really care about all that extra stuff, just tell us the name already. Patience, try to calm down a little. It's important to try and understand his mindset. He seems very steadfast and close, so you're going to have to work to get him to talk. Okay, I think we tell him. Oh, we present the camera to him. That's what I think. I think we do that because then we can say that. Here you go. So your client has already broken the rules. A person who frames another is what's the worst kind of human or something like that. That's why you can feel you can betray this person. I have no trust relation with a client who can't understand their assigned role. Just my luck. An assassin of a conscience. Who would have figured? Now then, everyone, do you think you can understand my logic? This case just keeps getting better and better. If you can't, then I'm afraid we can't proceed. Everyone understands your point, I think. Really? In that case, I believe I am prepared to disclose the information you seek. You have made it crystal clear that you value trust over all else. I believe we are ready. Excellent. And that is the reason. Okay. Okay, let's go. What is it? Now I can't bring myself to ask the client's name. If you can't ask it, Mr. Wright, then I will. Witness. What is the name of your client who requested the murder of Mr. Juan Corrida? That person's name is Adrian Andrews. Oh my goodness. He's just lying. Witness? That's not who you told me it was earlier. Pray tell, what are you talking about, Mr. Prosecutor? I should think I know my own client, and it's Adrian Andrews. What? Of course, he doesn't know that. This can't be. On the phone earlier. What's going on here? My guess is that Mr. D-Killer just stabbed Mr. Edgeworth in the back. Stabbed Edgeworth in the back! I'm sure in order to get an audience with this court, Mr. D-Killer told him a different name. Matt Armgard, perhaps. I knew it. This is outrageous. I was deceived. This witness is telling a very serious lie. But you were the one who summoned this witness. You, Shelley D-Killer. My testimony is the truth. The defendant at the moment is Matt Armgard, am I correct? All I wish to do is help procure his acquittal. Wow. All of a sudden it feels like we can actually win this. Yeah. The prosecution has failed to provide a motive and instead provided this suicide note, which is a forgery created by the victim. Furthermore, there is a possibility the defendant himself knew it was a fake. But most definitive of all, we have heard from the assassin himself the name of his client. Mr. D-Killer's client who requested the murder was not the defendant at all. No. With all this evidence, it is obvious to me that this means that Mr. Armgard is innocent. I seem to have caused you all a bit of confusion. Please continue your discussion and call me when you have reached a verdict. Beep. Bailiff, please bring Miss Adrian Andrews in immediately. What now? With the way this is going, on guard will be found innocent. This may be our last chance to save Maya. Yeah, but Edgeworth is right. The killer is lying. And on guard, my client, I know he's guilty. Can I live with myself as my witness? Who would have believed that the prosecution's own witness would absolve the defendant? Your Honour, the prosecution requests permission to further question the witness. Shelley the killer is certainly lying under oath. It wasn't me. Listen, everyone, please. That testimony just now. It was all one big lie. Miss Andrews, the suicide note may have been a fake, but that man, Matt, he's the reason Celeste died. And Juan's death, it was all because he got pulled into Matt's twisted world. That testimony just now, you have to believe me, it was a horrible, horrible lie. But Mr. D. Killer himself has testified. He has named you as his client. No, that's not true. Also, there is quite a bit of evidence that points to you. The knife and button, donning the nickel samurai costume. But that's... You even have a motive. We know that Miss Celeste Impax was a large part of your life. You wanted to follow her, and you wanted revenge against the two who hurt her. Had this case followed Big Top, I know, right? And even got a very big circus name drop. I would say you have plenty of reasons to want them both dead. No, Mr. Wright! You know the truth. Tell them the real story, who the real killer is. Tell them. Please help me. Yes, I know the truth. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honour. I believe we have reached the end of this trial. Therefore, I ask the defence for any final words or opinions. I have to decide, right? I need to save the game. I need to save here. Okay. I'm saving my game. Do I take the not guilty verdict to save Maya, or do I throw this chance away and wait for Gumshoe's new evidence? What am I supposed to do? Because the trial continued. Phoenix! I can't do it, Mia. I can't accept a not guilty. You are a lawyer. I know. But Matt Arngard is a killer, a murderer. I can't let him get away with this. I can't let someone else take the fall. If I let Miss Andrews be convicted, then I am no better than Arngard. And even though I don't want to admit it, I have to face the fact that it is because of Edgeworth that I now know the real truth. He could have gotten Arngard convicted so many times over, but he never took a single one of those chances. If I take this verdict right now, I'd be betraying his trust. His trust? I never thought about it until now. Come on, the camera! I trust him? Yes, you do. Mr. Wright, your opinion, please. The defense requests that we be allowed to further question Mr. D. Killer. Am I hearing you correctly, Mr. Wright? Right. But that witness has cleared your client through his testimony. Your job here is done. I'm not done yet. To see through witnesses' lies and find the truth. That is my job, Your Honor. I don't know. There's still more evidence to look at. And I'm sure that once those pieces arrive here in this very courtroom, a miracle will occur. Very well. The trial will continue. Mr. Edgeworth, please re-establish connection with Mr. D. Killer. Come on, Arngard broke the trust. Right away, Your Honor. With the spy camera. Miracle will occur, name drop. I know, right? It was in red. Has a verdict been reached? Before that, we would like to talk with you a little more. About? All you needed from me was the name of my client. What else would you need me for? Well, actually, we would like to hear everything you know about this case. That is how things are usually done. What is he talking about, usually done? But what shall we have him testify now? Oh, everyone was spamming that before the direct happened. I see. Mr. D. Killer, if you don't mind, please testify about your client in more detail. You legal people and your procedures. Is it any wonder no one likes to go to court? As I've already stated a few times, Adrian Andrews is my client. However, one thing I simply cannot overlook is tampering with the scene of the crime. My client did it to frame another for the crime while pretending to be the first person to discover the body and enter the scene. Adrian Andrews already knew from the very beginning that Juan Corrido was dead. But even more appalling is the creation and planting of the knife and button. That act is what I was referring to when I said my client had broken the rules. This is the most unexpected turn of event for the 5th time now. However, this time everything has finally been revealed. Just a second, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth. We still have the cross-examination to do. But you don't need to question testimony like this. Do you, Mr. Wright? Your Honor, the defense will question the witness. As if I have a choice here. Huh? Why? What this witness has said is nothing but beneficial to the defence's case. If you scrutinize the testimony, then I'll expose the lies in that oh so beneficial testimony, I suppose. I don't understand what's going on anymore. That makes two of us. Alright, here we go, here we go. What is it, Mr. Wright? If I press him the wrong way, it might raise suspicions on his end. But I have to do something to waste more time. Witness, about requesting a hit. Yes. How much is your fee? I see you are also quite a dark-hearted man, Mr. Attorney. Huh? If you would like to talk business, we can do so after the trial. Ah, no, I'm not thinking of hiring. Mr. Wright, yes? You want to kill me? You want me dead, don't you? What? Why would you think something like that, Your Honor? Guilty, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You are hereby declared guilty. Witness, let's continue. Why did you disclose the name of your client? They are your client, are they not? I would think that most people wouldn't be able to overlook a person hiring another to kill. If I had a problem with such a thing, I wouldn't be very effective at my job. Yeah. Well, a change in occupation might be good for you. However, I will say this. Even though I am the one that does the deed, my clients are always the real guilty party. That goes without saying, Mr. D. Killer. And their fate is to live with the knowledge of their guilt on their shoulders. However, my client this time thought that they could run away from their guilt. Are you talking about the button and the knife? Yes, and my business card. Oh, this card! So that no one has to waste their time, including the police. I always make it a point to make things as easy as possible. You try to make things easy? My business card makes it very easy to identify who carried out the service. He's pretty devoted to his work. But to disregard everything, to go and stab the deceased with a knife, and even hide my card from sight, that is something I cannot overlook. It's really hard for me to tell if he's being truthful or not about him being here. So you're saying most clients wouldn't do such a thing? That is correct. Usually, most people try to create an alibi for themselves. If you should use my services, Mr. Attorney, I would suggest you plan for your alibi too. No, I already told you! I have no intention of using your services, ever! Why does he keep looking at me like I'm the one on trial on here? Aww. From the very beginning? That is correct. From before my client visited the room. All of my clients know precisely what the situation is at all times. I wonder if that's really true. That's odd. So why do you think your client did that? What do you mean by why? Well, fiddling around at the scene of the crime is pretty risky. And why would somebody who had requested a murder go to the crime scene anyway? That is true. I assume it was probably done to frame Mr. Rungard. If that's the case, then why didn't the person just request that you do it? Sadly, that is not possible. Huh? My job is to kill, that is all. And to leave my business card behind, naturally. The business card is so my clients may escape blame. To protect them is my duty. Even if they say it's for revenge, setting someone else up to take your fall. And that's all you have to testify? Yes, and I pray that I will never be called to the stand again. Again? As in you plan to continue? Worst as I've yet to find a person to take my place and become the fourth successor. Actually, how would you like a new life, Mr. Attorney? Excuse me? No, I'm fine. Really? Are you really now? I wonder what kind of man the judge thinks I am now. What are you going to do now, Phoenix? All I can do now is expose the lies. That's true. However, you realise that would be very bad for our client, right? Ugh, I'm so confused. But the one thing I know for sure is I can't let this trial end yet. So I have that his real client broke the rules, but I can't talk about that yet because this is all about Adrian right now. Something Edgeworth said was odd, that Adrian knew that he was dead from the beginning. I have my notes from this part of the trial, surely. I mean, there was all that stuff like the guitar case and stuff. Oh, the juice! The juice has her fingerprints. But, like, that was because she... supposedly should be old, trying to make it look like, look like she was the first person, so that doesn't count, does it? We know she stuck the knife in him and stuff, so we know that bit is true. Do I have any notes from around that happened? From, like, the knife bit? Let's see. Yeah, I have that, like, she, you know, she did stab him with the knife and get the button. And that she knocked the vase as well. But I thought... Why was she going there? I don't even remember. Because one idea I have is I could go, oh, well, it's the camera. She could have known from the camera. Yeah, from the very beginning, before she visited the room. And then Edward said that's odd. That she would know before visiting the room. See the bit worm. The only thing she'd know before visiting the room is if she was looking at the camera, I guess. I don't know. But that's not what he means. What he means is probably he tells you whatever. Oh no. Completely lost again. There are some bits I get so quickly in this game, and then there are some bits I just sit there for hours. Okay, let me have a think. Alright. I think this is the part because Edward was saying it's odd. Why would he say that otherwise? Because obviously we know that she took the card and stuff, but there was something in that little scenario that would prove she didn't know prior. Yeah. I mean, there's the juice. Oh, and the vase! That she knocked over the vase. Why would she knock over the vase? Yeah, she knocked the vase. Like, if she were just calmly, you know, putting her fingerprints on the thing, she wouldn't have knocked over, you know, opened the case and she put on the costume and stuff, didn't she? Yeah, and she put on the costume and... There's the fact that she knocked the vase and the fact that she put the costume. Because she wore the costume. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna go with... The vase. I mean, the vase is... It's even the vase or like the fingerprints. Yeah. I don't know why she would have... Because we know she smashed the vase and opened the thing. Okay, I'm gonna go with the case because it seemed like a bit of a mess. Nope, it's not the vase. Okay, so then is it the... That was close for, I reckon. Okay, I have to get this right, otherwise it's over for me. Yeah. Does that make it? That makes it the juice because she left her fingerprints. Why would she have left her fingerprints? Yeah. There we go. All right, I was so close. It was one or the other. Thank you so much for taking the time to testify, Mr. D-Killer. Bang on, let's go. What is the meaning of that attitude? When Adrian Andrews entered the victim's room, your client had no idea that Juan Corridor had been murdered. Welcome back, Juan. But how? How do you know that? From this wine glass, Your Honor. The glass. Mr. D-Killer's supposed client thought Mr. Corridor had only fainted, which is why this glass of tomato juice was poured for the victim. But isn't that just a part of Adrian Andrews' calculated plan? That is not possible, Your Honor. This glass bears the fingerprints of that person. Had this been planned, they would never have left their fingerprints behind. I see your point. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion? Strangely enough, I had the same exact thought just now. Witness, how do you explain this strange phenomenon? Isn't it a waste of time to ask about such a minor detail? It's not a very important point anyway, correct? I'm afraid you are mistaken. If Adrian Andrews really is your client as you claim, then your client should have had knowledge of Mr. Corridor's death. If not, then that can only mean that Adrian Andrews was never your client at all. How strange. Yes. Why is it that the attorney has yet to raise an objection at this absurd situation? Phoenix, if the killer figures out what we're up to, we're in real trouble. Yeah, I know. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm surprised. You know you can't say things like that without any evidence. Ah, sorry. Well, that was an awfully weak objection for the two of you. Anyway, I am positive there was a contradiction in that testimony. The prosecution requests further testimony concerning when the request was taken. Very well. Right now, I have to buy us more time. While we wait for the items the killer left behind to get here. I just know that the very outcome of this trial lies in those items. How would I react if Phoenix Wright himself comments on my stream? I'd tell him to take the controller and finish this case for me, man. It's so difficult. I guess that's probably you because you have a very Phoenix Wright username. And welcome in. We're on 2-4. Oh no, I'm so sorry. It's timed you out because it thought it was a link. You are Phoenix Wright. Hello, Phoenix Wright. I'm so sorry. Phoenix Wright has been timed out by the bot. It thought that you typed a link because there was like a words and then a dot. I'm so sorry. Stream elements, calm down. It's okay. It was only a 30-second time back. I'm sure Phoenix Wright will be back soon. There, web remove timeout. I didn't know you could do that. Yay, thank you. This request came to me, about a week ago. You're here. Nice. Phoenix Wright is still here. Help me out here, man. I'm joking. I'm trying. This is my first playthrough, so I'm still completely lost and I'm on like no health. So I have to get every single thing right. Yes, it's me, objection. Exactly. Nice. It was a request for my services on the night of the awards ceremony. We met at a certain bar to discuss and finalize a few matters. The judge still thinks I'm planning on killing him, so he had to silence me. Yeah, that's true. I can't believe the real Phoenix Wright is here. I'm honored to have a celebrity, in the chat. That is what occurred. I trust my memory, and I believe I've made no mistakes. It was like a word, so it thought it was a link. Yeah. So you physically met your client, huh? That is correct. Meeting one's client is the first step to building trust, in my opinion. I see. Well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Okay. Are you ready to mash? Alright, let me save again. I keep saving out of fear, especially that I have no health left. Oh, thank you for the follow. This request came to me. Okay, wait. Why am I reading this? I already read this. Ready? Yes, let's go. Let's get it. Hold it. 1 week ago. Are you sure? Yes, I'm quite sure. I, of course, had my own preparations, and I was barely able to finish. When you request my services, Mr. Attorney, I hope you will keep that in mind. Please stop! In any case, my client this time had a very specific date and time in mind. A specific date and time? Did you ask why on that specific night? No. I tried to fulfill all the conditions of my client's request. But as for why, I only had my suspicions. Your suspicions, huh? So what are these suspicions you had? Why did your client request that night? I'm sure it was all for the bear. The bear? Oh, we got a wahey. Wahey! Okay, apparently it was all for the bear. My client spoke of it. I'm sure there will be a bear-shaped figurine in Juan Corrida's room. Okay. Client spoke about bear-shaped figurine in room. I would like you to retrieve that item for me. He must be talking about this bear puzzle. Inside that figurine was a suicide note. Naturally, the victim brought it with him to his hotel room. He was planning to publicly disclose its contents at the press conference after all. That is correct, and if I had not done the job that night, I would not have known where that bear figurine was. I see. This is the beginning of the end, because it's the camera. Well, Mr. Wright, it was a testimony just now of any importance. It was important. The testimony just now has made one thing clear, and that is... the client knew the secret of the bear figurine. Huh? Why is everyone so quiet? Mr. Wright, I think all of us already knew that. Oh, really? Witness, please continue with your testimony. So you physically met Adrian Andrews, right? Of course I did. What was that? What was with the brief pause? Witness, I would like you to give us a few more details. I always meet my clients as a matter of principle. I have never taken a request by telephone or mail. And why is that? That's because I value the trust between the client and myself above all else, and the only way to establish that is to speak to the client while looking them in the eye. Well, Mr. Wright, was a testimony just now of any importance? Yet the eye. That's the expression. Can you see the testimony? Oh, no, I'm trying. Okay, I'm trying to do it with no hints. I only ask when I'm really stuck. Because it's my first time playing. So like, but I'll call upon the aid of Phoenix Wright if I need help. Of course, it was very important, Your Honor. If Mr. D. Killer had met his client before the murder, then it's unlikely he's mistaken. So you're saying that his client really was Adrian Andrews? I guess so. You see, it is just as I said. Oh dear, I'm so lost. Who the heck am I supposed to be helping me here? Calm down, Phoenix. Think carefully and relax. Now then, with the witness, please continue. So your client was Adrian Andrews? That is correct. Well, he says the two of them met. But if they did, then there shouldn't be anything wrong with the killer's testimony. Well, there doesn't seem to be anything strange this time around. You have to draw more information from him, but you can't draw a suspicion. If you could do that, you should be able to find a flaw in his testimony somewhere. Talk about a delicate balance. Okay, I'm gonna say not important, see what happens. Because I said important, not important. Even if I asked about them, it would only be a guess. I see. That's fine then. You find something more definitive. I've got to check the words. Alright, we're gonna check some words. I'm on very low health, as I always am at the end of these long trials. That's the problem when they're long trials, is that I never get my health back. I did so much of the first part of this trial with no health, and then I got tons back with the psyche locks. I'll be fine for a bit. That's not very helpful. Oh dear. A certain bar. A week ago. What's wrong with the pronouns? I don't think he slipped up on the pronouns, unfortunately. I think he's been very gender neutral today. I don't think so. They're not. There's actually. You might get fuzzy. Yeah. Just like real Phoenix, right? Because you are the real Phoenix, right? You know. You do the little objection. You do your best, exactly. You do the objection. Sometimes we don't know what we're objecting about, and we just object anyway. Totally get it. Totally get it. Okay. Right. Well. Let's see. The thing about the bear was interesting because how universal hint. Oh my goodness. I did not know this universal hint. Oh, I see. I have no idea. I just beg people in my chat to open up somewhere with hints, like a walkthrough. I don't know what sites people end up using. You're giving me hints. You're giving me a bit more time before giving me a hint. Exactly. We just have Wave is our hint giver. See, the thing about the bear is interesting to me, but then also not, because Adrian knew about the bear. So we can't say, oh, it was... But she didn't know where the bear was. Adrian knew about the bear, but she didn't know where the bear was. They met at a certain bar. A certain bar, yeah, I know, right? Hold up, they're at a bar? Are they drinking alcohol while discussing who to murder? This is too much. Hold it, this is too much. They couldn't be... I complete the pronouns objection. Well, I didn't see any pronouns anywhere. I said they were important and then not important in an attempt to do something. Why don't we press on everything again? For fun. Now he's gonna yap saying, oh, you should give me more notice. Yeah. I have pressed all of them. Specific date and time, yeah. I think this is the key thing. That's a specific date. Why at specific night? He's like, oh, I don't ask why, blah, 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 with suspicions. Okay, we press further. What are the suspicions? Step back from the hints of it. I'm trying. It was all for the bear. There we go. The bear. There'll be a bear-shaped figurine in the room. I'd like you to retrieve the item. Let's be talking about the bear puzzle. So the figurine was a note. And the victim brought it. And the killer wouldn't have known where the figurine was without it. And I'll say it's important. Testimony just now made one thing clear, and that is the client needs a secret. Such a anticlimactic. It's gonna be something really, really obvious. There's such a situation I need to trigger. Oh, I had to keep triggering things. Looking them in the eye. My other big stretch. Oh, witness, please stop sidestepping my questions. What do you mean by that? My question was, did you really meet Adrian Andrews in person? I have already told you, Mr. Wright. I did. It was only through talking with him. Ah, pronouns! Pronouns spotted! Oh my goodness! We did it. Ah, I didn't say not important on that one. I thought I did. I thought I'd done them all. That's what I thought. I can trust this person as a client. It's true what they say about talking face to face. Well, Mr. Wright, yes, it was important you said him. If I heard what I think I heard just now. Yeah, you were correct. Oh my goodness, as expected from Phoenix, right? I think I've got him. Your Honor, I believe the testimony just now is of the utmost importance. Huh, really? If that's the case, witness, please include the statement just now in your testimony. Alright. But as we now know, that was not how it turned out, correct? What do you mean? Adrian Andrews turned out to be a client who couldn't stick to the rules, right? Well, yes, I suppose you're correct. So, I would like to check one last time. Are you sure your testimony is accurate? Well, let me save now, because we're at a good spot. I'm gonna present Adrian. I'm gonna be like, this is not a him. Adrian is not a him. I would like to go over this one more time. Yeah, an objection. You met Adrian Andrews at a bar and took the request at that time? Yes, that is correct. And that's when you thought he was trustworthy. Oh no, add objection is only for mods, but you can list the objection count. You should be able to do exclamation mark objections to see how many. Yeah, he thinks it's Adrian a boy. Yep. He's just wrong. I'm sorry, but that is an impossible tale. They didn't meet exactly. What? Shelley D. Killer? You have never met the real Adrian Andrews. Why would you say that? Because you made one very big slip up. About her. So what is the issue? What did you say just now? About her? If you had ever met Adrian Andrews in person, one look would have told you that she's a woman. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I think so. The writer cooked this up just for that. Order in the court. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? This witness testified to the following. That he always meets face to face with his clients when taking their request. But he has never met Adrian Andrews in person. Yes, Your Honor, that is exactly the point. That means Mr. D. Killer's client could not have been Miss Adrian Andrews. Oh dear. Mr. Edgeworth, I understand your logic on this one. However, why would the assassin make such a basic mistake? I believe it has to do with her name, Your Honor. Her name? Yes, Adrian Andrews is without a doubt a very androgynous name. Yes, I see. Unluckily for Mr. D. Killer, the entire time he was on the stand, no one has stated Adrian Andrews' gender, and so he simply picked the wrong gender to go with. What? What is going on? Shelley D. Killer, this court demands an explanation. I think somehow I must have mixed up this client with another. So does that mean you remember something different now? Yes, of course. Please, if you would allow me to testify once more. Ugh, I know he's just going to spit out more lies. Very well, but this time please give us the truth and nothing but the truth. Alright, part 2. My goodness. Yes, and I remember I took that request by mail. There have been times when I took a job without having met my client. The request was for the murder of Fawn Corridor and 2 or 3 other small things. When I saw the name at the end of the letter, I thought my client to be a man. So you took up this job through a letter? He didn't mention anything about a letter in his earlier testimony, which means he's definitely lying. Be careful, Phoenix. If you break the assassin's testimony completely, it's over for us. I know, I can't make him suspicious, but I think we're okay. Like, we can do this. As long as he's standing there across from me. Oh, Edgeworth! No matter how strong of a punch I throw, he'll counter it. Oh. Now then, let's begin the cross-examination. But didn't you just say that you always meet your clients? Yes, I suppose I did say that. However, there are some clients for whom a meeting is simply not possible. But didn't you meet your client this time? No, I did not. Oh, come now. Let's stop with this game of cat and mouse. Using your silkiest voice is not going to welcome me. Alright then, just cough it up and confess. Mr. Wright, you can't badger a witness with such harsh words. You're a lawyer, so behave like one and present evidence instead of mindlessly yelling. Now then, do you have any proof that Mr. Killer met with his client? Do I? Like, do I? I don't think I do. I'm sorry, Your Honor. Unfortunately, I don't have any proof. I see. The new line of questioning was just another waste of time. Sadly for us, Your Honor, that is the nature of right and wrong. And why could you not meet certain clients? Recently, I've been receiving more requests. If I met each and every client, I would lose some nice business opportunities. Maybe the... Right. Nice business opportunities. On top of which, the client times have changed. It is now the age of information and computers, correct? Well, I have joined the times and now take requests via electronic mail. Electronic mail? Do you have to mail that in a special insulated envelope? I'm very sorry. I despise the shortening of words. What I meant by electronic mail is what is commonly referred to as email. I think that there might be too many hints at the present. We're not really doing hints just now. Email? In a contest of mimicry, the judge would beat a parrot hands down. Anyway, so you took this job without having met your client and... Two or three other things? Yes. And what were these other things? A few other things that have nothing to do with this case. What should I do? Should I let him slide at that? It'd be really bad if I pushed the buttons the wrong way and he got mad. Whether or not they're related to this case is for the court to decide. Mr. Attorney. Yes? Everything I've said from the beginning has been nothing but beneficial to your client, which is why I wonder what is pushing you to continue this cross-examination. Could it be that you are planning to betray your own client? I smell the stench of a backstabber, and should you turn out to be one. Wait! Oh, this is looking really bad. I shouldn't press my luck. Alright, I have to think. Is this worth pursuing? Alright, we're gonna let it go. Yeah, I will make it very clear when I want help. The killer sounds like one sharp man. I should try and find a better way of doing this without making it suspicious. Let's continue with the testimony. Witness, if you please. So you're saying that you never saw your client's face, not even once? I did, once. It was when I went to give my client the figurine. Yes, I see. Miss Andrews was wearing a mask at the time. A mask? The nickel samurai mask, I'm guessing. Mr. Wright, what do you have to say about this? Do you have any problems with this piece of testimony? She was wearing the mask. Alright, well, thanks for stopping by, Phoenix Wright. See you soon. Objection! I agree. Okay. I'm exhausted too, but I want to finish this case. I'm on the grind. I'm on a serious mission. I want to finish this case. Do I have any problems with the fact that he saw her face, but she was wearing a mask? I think so too. Saw the case. I'm gonna say no because I'm not sure. I think I could pull something out of what he said, but it'd be real bad if I did something made him mad over something trivial. There are no problems with this testimony, Your Honor. We've pretty much reached the end of our rope here. Huh? Seems like we're still okay to me. That's exactly what is so bad. At the rate we're going, we'll end up completely destroying the killer's lie. If we do that, you already know how serious of a situation that'll put us in. Oh yeah! All I can do now is pray that those items reach us in time. Oh my goodness, I did a phoenix. I like slammed the desk and the webcam cover decided to just come down. It does that. Nice. Okay, I think if we do the 2 or 3 small things, he'll get cross. So I don't want to do that. But the handing the bear. We know from Will Powers it was the arm of the nickel samurai costume. So we know that. Okay, the nickel samurai does wear a mask. I'm checking. There is something funny because Adrian doesn't know that the bear is there. Yes, she knows how to open it, but she didn't know that the bear was there. You know? Because yes, Corridor and Andrews are the only ones that know how to open it. But Corridor and Onguard were the only people who knew where it was. I think Mia was saying, we've pretty much reached the end of our rope. If we the rate we're going, we'll end up completely destroying the killer's lie. I don't want to do that. Is that the thing that she was saying, or was there another thing? I don't remember. Let's see if she has anything else to say. Hello Bruce, hope you're well. We are Ace Attorneying today. So the first one is, I'm glad you're well, okay. The first one is proof he met with the client, and we don't really have that. 2, blah blah blah, he's gonna say that he does emails. Okay, so the second one is not useful. Right, number 3. I'm actually numbering the statements. Or 3 other things. You killer sounds like one sharp man. I should try to find a better way to do this without making him suspicious. Would make him suspicious if we pressed here. Yeah, I think so. Okay, and then the last one, the name at the end of the letter. So he never saw the face. But yeah, never saw the face because when giving the bear, the person was wearing the mask. The nickel samurai mask. Any problems with this piece of testimony? Why would there be a problem? I'm gonna say no objections again. Okay, asked if there's a problem. Very bad if it's a thing. Okay. This is what Mia said again. This is the same thing. Yeah. We don't want to destroy him too much. But that's everything. So the only things we have is that for the first one, we need proof that he met with the client. The third one is he needs... It would make him suspicious, I think. So I don't think it's the third one. And then the fourth one is if we have a problem with the testimony. I mean... I have a problem with the testimony. I'm gonna save my game. Was that the testimony as a whole? I think it was. I don't think it was specifically with this, was it? I'll read what the judge said again. Of this piece of testimony. Problem with this piece of testimony. Not the whole thing. Okay, oh yeah, why is she in costume at this point? Why would he give her the bear if she broke the rules? So like, if Adrian is in costume, it meant that she's already gone in and like left the room, which means that she's framed him for... She's just framed on guard by doing the knife and the button. But at that point, she's broken the rules. Why would he go and deliver the bear if she's broken the rules? Like, there's something off with the schedule, so I'm going to say there is a contradiction. One thing does sort of stick out at me, Your Honor. Witness, I think you most definitely saw your client's face. Let's recall Mr. Powers' testimony. After the award ceremony, I went by myself to Matt's room. Matt was standing there in front of his room, still in his nickel samurai costume. Matt gave the bellboy a tip. Oh, there's that too. Okay. Right answer, wrong reason. Right answer, wrong reason. You received quite a large roll of cash from Mr. Rungard, and at the time he was not wearing his nickel samurai mask. Oh-ho! Order, order! Yes, now that you mention it, I do remember that. Witness. Yes, that night I did wander the floor as a bellboy. I received plenty of tips that night for carrying juice to the various rooms. Is that so wrong? Huh? The man who gave me that tip was not my client. He was probably just a very generous person. I'm sorry, but sadly we're not nearly so generous here. If I could receive large rolls of cash by simply bringing people things on trays, then why on earth would I stand around here prosecuting? Oh, the deja vu. And isn't his salary more than enough for one man? And where is your evidence that the large roll of cash was not in fact a tip? Come, Mr. Redruff, show me the money. What? Mr. Attorney. Yes? You know, I think your line of questioning has been a little strange. In fact, I would say you don't seem to believe Miss Andrews is my client. Oh no, it's not like that at all. I just think lies aren't a good thing, you know? Oh, I know and agree. Lies are not a good thing at all. Ugh. I think we are on the same page now, aren't we, Mr. Attorney? Remember, if I feel threatened in any way, I am free to cut contact at any time. I'm sorry, please forgive my foolishness. If only we're just apologetic all the time. Anyway, I do not see a huge contradiction here, therefore we may continue with this. We've pretty much reached the end of our rope here. Huh? Okay, it's the same dialogue. Okay, so it wasn't that. It wasn't that. Okay. So it is not number 4. Problem is if I do 2 and 3, won't he get really suspicious of me? So the only other thing is proof that he met with the client. Do I have proof he met with the client? Wow. I guess it's the fact that he got paid. A really windy maze. I know, there's so many. I had to keep track. So I think we've ruled out number 4 now. Because We did number 4 to the end, and number 4 basically was a dead end. Because, okay, he felt threatened. Because obviously I'm trying to say, oh, it's not Adrian. But I need to find a contradiction. So maybe the contradiction is that he didn't meet with the client. Is that he did meet with the client. Why can't we just break his psyche locks? Could we just break his psyche locks and be done with it, guys? That only works in investigation mode, doesn't it? Heartbreaking. I can't believe this case is getting so difficult that I'm like, oh, we need psyche locks. That's how bad it's gotten, gang. That's how bad it's gotten. Okay, proof he met with his client in person. Because I'm scared to do number 3 because I don't want to like make him suspicious. I get something. What? I'd be very brave. Yeah, maybe I will just make him angry. I have no. Okay, let me save. I have nothing to lose anymore. Let's go. Let's go. Let's just do number 3. Because it's the items. The things are the items. We know that. No, don't let him slide. Let's go. Whether or not they're related to this case is for the court to decide. Mr. Attorney. Yes, everything I've said from the beginning has been nothing but beneficial to your client, which is why I wonder what is pushing you to continue with this cross-examination. Could it be that you are planning to betray your own client? That's... I smell the stench of a backstabber, and should you turn out to be one... Wait! Okay, let's go, let's go. Witnesses is a very important matter. Please cooperate and tell us what these other jobs your client requested were. If it's truly that important, I suppose I don't have much of a choice. The bear figurine. The bear figurine. After the assassination of the target, I was to find that figurine. I was told that this job was just as important as the actual killing. Okay. Bear figurine, just as important as the actual killing. What a statement to read today. And where was that figurine? It was inside Mr. Corridor's suitcase. Was inside the suitcase. Oh, so with the oh, that's good actually. And then what did you do next? I handed it over to my client right away. You gave it to your client. Interesting. This information certainly sounds important to me. Witness, please include what you just said in your testimony, as you wish. Okay, we were a bit brave. I found this figurine at Mr. Arngard's mansion. If you gave it to Miss Andrews, then what was it doing there? I was waiting for her there. That was also part of the plan to frame Mr. Arngard, I'm sure. That makes a lot of sense. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any problems with this piece of testimony? Let me save. Yeah, if you did it right after she killed you, then whatever. I said, guys, no. So the killer says he gave the figurine to Miss Andrews, but I know somewhere in that statement there's a contradiction. And yet, I know that if I present something trivial here, he will cut the connection on his end. If you want to make a strong point, Phoenix, you have to present strong evidence. She's right. So now what, Dr. Wright? Okay. It's to do with the costume. If the bear costume was if the bear was inside the suitcase, but then it was... It's all the stuff of Adrian being in costume. Witness, let's go over this one more time. You gave Miss Andrews the bear figurine, and she told you to take the bear and wait for her at Arngard Mansion. Is that correct? Yes. Where are you going with this? Well, I think maybe you might have remembered a few things incorrectly. What? This is a battle of wits. I can't let up on him. I don't think it is possible for Miss Andrews to have been the recipient of this bear. Why would it not be possible? He said... So first he said he was giving her the bear, and then he said he's taking the bear to the mansion. I don't think it's possible for her to have been the recipient. Okay, let me think. Let me think. Okay. She didn't know where the bear was. How do I... Okay, she didn't even know the bear was there. How do I convey all these subtleties? I think I have the pieces. I have that... She didn't know where the bear... Well, I don't think she even knew the bear was in the room. Because the whole thing is that she was looking for it. And then he says that, oh, he gave it to her. And the fact that it ended up at the mansion. But then... This is all so confusing. There's so many weird timings. I don't think it's possible for Miss Andrews to have been the recipient of the bear. That's what we're trying to present something for. It's hard when you're stumped and you look at the answer. Then you have to try and understand what the answer means to ready any hints. Oh no, we're both stumped and you have the hints. I mean the answers. My goodness. Okay. I mean, there's something off with the timings. If he could just, if it's Adrian and not Matt who got taken into custody so couldn't go back to his house, but when he went back the thing would be there. Like, why would he take it? You wouldn't try and give his, he didn't know why the answer is what it is. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know. I actually don't know, like... He said it was in the case. Which is really funny because... I mean, you could have argued he opened the case, took out the thing, you know... Or suitcase, not guitar case, so it might be different anyway. So you could argue they're different. Yeah, because we saw a suitcase in his room anyway. There's something off. And the fact that she had the costume. I do have to present something here, right? That's not wrong, is it? That is a direct question. Because if I don't have to present something here, then obviously then like I should get out of this part. But I think I can present something. I do. I can press the new statement. I can't press the new statement now. I'm stuck. I'm stuck in the present menu and I have no health left. So I have to answer something ludicrously wrong to do that. I'm actually stuck in the menu right now, which is thrilling. It's really thrilling. Okay. So, what do you think? Witness. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. Okay, we got that wrong, didn't we? Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not even watching that. I'm home exing. Right. We go back. I think I saved just before, so we should be fine. Oh my goodness. Properly stumped here, gang. Okay, do I have any problems? I'll say no objections. It's no use, as long as I can't put my finger on the central problem here. Pressing this witness more will be extremely dangerous. Okay, this is it. This is the thing. I found this figurine at Mr. Onguard's mansion. If you gave it to Miss Andrews, then what was it doing here? Yes, okay. That was what I was asking myself too. I was waiting for her there. At the mansion. That was also part of the plan to frame Mr. Onguard, I'm sure. Part of the plan to frame Onguard. That makes a lot of sense. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any problems with this piece of... I don't get it, like... He said he gave it to her! And then it's at the mansion! Like, Deaconess says he gave the figurine to Miss Andrews, but I know somewhere in that statement there is a contradiction. And yet, I know that if I present something trivial here... Yeah. Strong evidence. It's no... Okay. Okay. He's still saying that he gave it to her. But we found it at the mansion. I need a new statement. Oh, okay. That's alright. That's alright. We can do that. Two or three other things. Yes. And what were these other things? Okay, I have it. I have the bear figurine statement. It's not that I don't have it. I have the new statement on the bear figurine. But then when I press it, I'm still completely lost because he said, oh yeah, you know, the plan was to go wait for her at the mansion. But like, why would she even go to the mansion? And why is the bear there, you know? He's saying, oh, it's part of the plan, but I'm still lost is the issue. Yeah, there is a contradiction, but I just don't know what it is. Essentially. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I got. You gave Miss Andrews the bear figurine, and she told you to take the bear. So he gave it to her, but then she told him to take it. That's so weird. He gave it to her, but then she told him to take it. That's so weird. Like, she wouldn't... It just doesn't make sense. Why would he give it to her and then take it? Like, is it the note? The fact that she wanted to burn the note, that she could have, you know, opened the bear, like, and taken the note? There we go. Shelly the killer. If you had really given the bear to Miss Andrews, then this item should not have been inside it. There we go, because she can open it. This item. I see where you're going. Yup, that's where I'm going. Where is everyone going? Do I need to pack a suitcase? Your Honor, please think back to Miss Andrews' testimony. And I was going to burn it, for her sake. If even for a single minute, this bear had actually been in Miss Andrews' hands, I'm sure she would have taken the suicide note out and burned it. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Order, order, order. So that's where you two were going. So by the very fact that this suicide note was still inside the bear, it tells us that your client didn't know how to disassemble the puzzle. Which means... It means, Your Honor, that it is impossible for Adrian Andrews to be the client. Well, hey, exactly. Order, order, order. Mr. Felix Wright. I'm sure I mentioned this before. How I hate traitors above all else. I think your cross-examination has clearly demonstrated something to me. You must wish to break the end of our agreement. No, that's not. That's enough. If that is your intention, then there's only one thing for me to do. Wait, please. Gentlemen, ladies, please excuse me. I have a matter that I must attend to. Your client's a traitor. No, please, not that. Please wait. Mr. Attorney, bring this trial to a speedy end and I may stay my hand otherwise. Ugh. Oh, poor Felix. What in the... Mr. Wright, are you... Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. I didn't understand this witness's outburst just now. Do you think there is a need to hear more testimony, or is this enough? Well, we should. Edgeworth, we can't do this. If we keep this up Maya, she'll... The prosecution. What has come over everyone? Even you are! The prosecution rests. What is going on about here? The prosecution has no further questions, Your Honor. What? Come on, we need to tell him his client's a traitor. Well, I never thought I'd see the day. This is the most unusual situation. If the prosecution rests no further questions, then the prosecution has failed to uphold its stance. If that is the case, then even though I am reluctant, I must believe that Mr. D. Killer's testimony is accurate. That would mean Shelley D. Killer's client is Adrian Andrews. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? If I end the trial here right now, then your client, Matt Onguard, would be declared innocent. In his place, Adrian Andrews would be charged with murder. Miss Andrews would be charged with murder? The prosecution has no further questions, so we will now hear the defense's final remarks. Let me save. Such a tricky situation. Bailiff, please bring the defendant Matt Onguard to the stand. The items from D. Killer's hideout didn't make it in time. We tried as hard as we could, but it looks like our time has run out. I can't believe it. The outcome now lies in your hands. Go away. Dude, did the old guy finally decide? To be honest, I can't think of you as a truly innocent and good person. You've done enough evil to drive a woman to suicide. But, at least on the charge of murder, it would appear you are innocent. Huh. Come on, he's got an evil face. So, I guess even the old fuddy-duddy figured me out. Mr. Onguard, what an atrocious lawyer I have, giving his own client up like this. And that refreshing like a string breeze crap, it's just as atrocious, don't you agree? Anyway, get on with it and pronounce me innocent already. Right, Mr. Lawyer? Should I side of justice or should I save Maya's life? You better get Onguard a guilty sentence, okay? But if I do that, Maya will die. But if I say he's innocent, then Miss Andrews will be charged as the murderer. Do I say he's guilty or not guilty? Either choice I make, someone's life is going to end. It all hinges on what I choose. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear what the defense's final statements on this matter. If the person who hired the assassin was Adrian Andrews, then your client, Mr. Matt Onguard, is innocent. There's no need to ask, old man. After all, my lawyer is going to say what I want, aren't you? Right. I can't do this, but I have to decide something. I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. My client, Matt Onguard, is guilty. I feel like I chose the wrong answer. I followed my heart and said he was guilty. We are waiting for your answer, Mr. Wright. That was a quick choice. I mashed. I knew he was guilty, so like I chose the right answer, right? Matt Onguard, your client deserves an answer. Maya, I'm sorry. Maybe I should have stalled more. I can't stall more. Matt Onguard is... Francisco! Franziska von Karma! Let's go! The goat is here! Franziska von Karma! My vote, yeah, but he's guilty, so justice for all, right? You see now, don't you, Mr. Felix Wright? This is exactly why you should never take your eyes off of that scruffy fool. Did you bring them? The final pieces? Do you have them? Yeah, Franziska! You should know better than to ask that, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Von Karma is perfect in every way. The evidence is here in perfect condition. Don't worry about Scruffy. He's fine and his injuries are minor. All of the items are inside this. What a filthy old coat this is. That's Gumshoes. I can spot his tattered rags anywhere. I apologise for its ugliness, but there was nothing else to wrap the items in. I fought long and hard this whole trial, all for what is inside that raggedy coat. I'm sure that inside that coat lies a crucial piece of evidence. Your Honour, inside that filthy coat are the defence's final pieces of evidence. Your final evidence? This trial is already over. All that remains for me is to hand down my verdict. I do not believe that any evidence presented now would change the outcome of this trial. What? Your Honour, it is our duty to examine every piece of evidence down to the last. Poor Duck Gumshoe's coat, I know. Recommend saving if I want to take an iconic detour. Okay. I'm saving again. I request that Miss Von Karma be allowed to present these pieces of evidence. I suppose you're right, Mr. Edgeworth. I grant permission to do so. However, this one obvious rule applies here. If these items do not bring up any new points, they may not be accepted by this court. Now, Miss Von Karma, if you please. These pieces of evidence are items left by the killer during his escape from the police. He must have been in quite a rush. Yes, Your Honour, the killer left 3 pieces of evidence. Somewhere among the evidence we're about to see, there will be something that will turn this whole situation around like a miracle. I'm sure of it. That is all we can hope for, or I'm saving again. The first item is a pistol. Does the killer's pistol have anything to do with this case? No, there's not a pistol. I'm pretty sure there was no gun involved in this case. There's no real benefit to hearing about it. Please present the next piece of evidence. The second piece of evidence is this videotape. I bet the killer took that from On Guard Mansion. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is important. This is important. The videotape. I can say that's important. Have you checked the contents of that tape? Unfortunately, there was no time to. Oh yeah. But I would speculate that this tape is very important. Why would you say that? Because he came back to his hideout for it. The killer went back for it? That's right. It looks like he was trying to recover it. He injured 3 of the officers at the site. But somehow it looks like they managed to protect it from the killer. Surely the killer is no ordinary man. The last piece of evidence is this bellboy's uniform. Is that a uniform from the Gatewater Hotel? Was that used during the crime? I am almost certain it was. There's even a pair of black leather gloves in one of the pockets. There's no doubt about it. The killer was wearing this on the night of the murder. There is one thing I found interesting about this uniform. What is that? There is a button missing on this uniform. A button? It's a very unique button. I'm sure if we were to recover it, it would provide us with an interesting clue. That is all I have to present, Your Honour. It's just as I thought. And what is that, Your Honour? I'm sure when we under normal circumstances, these items from the killer's hideout would be very important clues. However, our question is not who did the killing, it is who is the client. Yes, that is correct. And these 3 items do not tell us anything about that. Thank you for your hard work, Miss Von Karma. You may step down now. Wait, Your Honour. Please allow me to examine this new evidence. Overruled. This court already has all the evidence it needs to hand down a verdict. Wonderful. Absolutely splendid. This judge is such a brilliant man, isn't he? Is this the end? Phoenix. I knew it. There's no such thing as a miracle in this world, is there? I think you're wrong. I think they do exist. But you have to make that miracle happen. You've come this far. You can't give up now. But no matter how you think about it, it's... Try, for my sake. Just think about it for a second. There are 2 ways out of the situation for us. 2? The first... Make On Guard wish from the bottom of his soul for a guilty verdict. Huh? The killer will always place his client's wishes first. If On Guard himself wishes to be convicted, then he will let his hostage go. That may be true, but that's asking me to do the impossible. The second way, force the killer to end his contract with OnGuard. If the killer were to no longer think of OnGuard as his client, this is easy. Then he would let Maya go. Save and Phoenix specifically says ... only. Okay. Mia, that's even more impossible. He's a man who values his duty towards his clients above all else. I know both of these seem like impossible feats at first. If you could make either one happen, it would truly be a miracle. The bigger problem is, the judge has already said he doesn't need more evidence. The pieces he was just shown, he's not accepting them. Phoenix, think things through from the other side. Isn't that what always has worked for us? The other side? Wait, does she mean? You mean to turn things around? Phoenix, the judge says he doesn't need the evidence. If that's the case, then who does need it? The person who needs the evidence. The defense, prosecution, and the judge. We have seen all the pieces of evidence, and that is how we have come to know the truth. But there is one person who has yet to see them all, and that person does not know the truth. The killer! That truth. It may be what will bring about the miracle in the end. At least I think. I don't know. There are no objections this time, correct? Now then, I will pronounce my verdict. Why don't we all respectfully sit back and listen, kids? Objection! I have already told you, Mr. Wright. This court does not need any more evidence. I am not saying it is us that needs the evidence, Your Honor. Then you want to show the evidence to that person? Yes, Your Honor. Please, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, for you to ask with such passion, I will grant you one chance. One chance? Right, let me save here, just in case I missed the other save option. Please show your evidence to who you think is the right person. That's impossible to turn this situation around in one try. One try. That is all I will permit. I have to try to remember everything that has happened up to this point. Think, Phoenix, think. There must be a way to save Maya while taking OnGuard down at the same time. The killer. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's not waste any more time. Alright, let me save here. Alright. It's getting close to 11, so I hope I can still finish this quick. You see what's a detour? Yeah, because I'll die if I get it wrong. Okay, who would like to show the evidence to? Right, what's the funny answer that's the detour? I saved, right? So it's okay. Get it wrong. Just wrong. Okay, why not? Can I pick myself? Really wrong. Let's pick Maya. I see. And now, tell this court what one piece of evidence you would like to show this person. My badge. Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth? I don't have anything to say to this. How about you, Miss Von Karma? Well, I was just shot, so... I'm afraid I cannot allow the defense to continue. What? No one understands what you are talking about anymore. Wait, please, one more chance. That is enough, Mr. Wright. I will now state my verdict. Okay, whatever. Right, is that the end of the funny bit? They just didn't know what I was talking about anymore. Wait. Okay, there's still more. Okay. Yay! Why are we getting confetti? We lost! That is all. This court is adjourned. Okay. And just like that, the case came to an end. I ran away from the courtroom and wandered the streets alone. I never saw Maya again. The killer is a man of his words. I'm sure he released her as promised. I heard the verdict in Miss Andrews' trial a few days later. She was found guilty, of course. What is this dude? Plain Ace Attorney bad ending. The miracle never happened. Maybe it was never meant to. Because a miracle is something that doesn't exist. They fixed a typo. Oh, was there a typo in the original? The end! Bro, what is this? Game over. Okay, I see. Right. Let's go. My goodness, it's the miracle never happened. Oh, I see, they fixed it. I see. Okay, I want to show evidence to the killer. I see. And now tell this court with evidence. I want to show him the tape. Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth? Oh no, was that wrong? Oh, I think there is some merit in showing this evidence to that witness. Yes, some merit, let's go. Bailiff, please bring in the transceiver from earlier. All right, it looks like I managed to convince him. Yay, we got it right first try. Nice. Well, minus the whatever happened. The miracle never happened. Maya, she's okay, right? Didn't I tell you to concern yourself with bringing about a speedy end to this trial? Now, if I understand correctly, you wish to show me one piece of evidence. Yes, one is all I need. I have here a videotape and it was found at your hideout. I heard you injured 3 officers in your attempt to get this back. That was most regrettable. However, it was an order from my client. I was told to protect that videotape. I thought so. I'm afraid I seem to have failed in that regard. Do you know the contents of this tape? I was sternly told by my client to not watch it. A miracle will occur, and the miracle never happened. Yes, I can see. You can show any of these images, but now you can. So I have absolutely no idea. Actually, you are on this tape. Me? There was a video camera hidden at the crime scene. Your actions are being recorded. What? Is that true, Mr. Wright? Who was it that planted the camera? Well, the only person who could have placed a camera at the scene of the crime would be your client, naturally. That was Adrian Andrews. Be quiet and listen, Your Honor. Oh my goodness. Yes, sir. Your client specified a place and time for you, isn't that right? Yes. That was so they could film you. I had no idea. Mr. Wright, why would my client do such a thing? I would like to know why. To have leverage. It was to have leverage. The reason why he did this is my ticket out of this whole mess. There's only one reason why your client would secretly film the crime scene. They wanted blackmail on you. Your client once told me something very interesting. We were talking about you, and this is what they said. But I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone, least of all assassins. Oh, come now, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail. Yes, that's where the video comes in. With that, I can keep him at bay and even blackmail him if I want. To blackmail 3 times. Great. Your client didn't trust you at all. They were thinking of using this video to blackmail you. What do you have to say to that, Shelley the killer? Oh my goodness, poor thing's exploded. It looks like I was being deceived from the very beginning. Yes, by a natural. That is the kind of person they are. Your client is a person who only thinks and plots of how to use the people around them to protect themselves from any and all dangers that may arise. That is the true nature of your client. I have one question for the witness. Yes? You told us one thing numerous times during your testimony. You said that you detest traitors most of all. Yes, that's right. But what if that traitor was your own client? What would you do then? That's obvious. I would break our contract in that case. And then, that client would become my next target. For the honor of the killer name, even if it takes an eternity, I would follow that person to the ends of the earth to exact my punishment. Well then. Good stuff. I see. That's all I wanted to know. So the traitor becomes the killer's next target. Ah! I get it. This is how we'll turn his case around. Mr. Wright. Yes? My contract with my client is over as of now. I seem to have a new job on my hands. I will now return to you your precious item. What the? I'm not an item! Yeah, baby! Maya, I thought I'd never see you again. Oh, thank goodness. This trial appears to have come to its conclusion. However, I don't quite know what happened to the... Miss Von Kramer, where did that... She always has you in her sights. Now, I do believe it's time to finally hand out a verdict. Oh dear, not looking good for Mr. On-Guard right now. Thank you! Mr. On-Guard, it looks like somehow you got what you wanted. You will finally receive the acquittal you wanted so badly. You should be happy. But before that, I would like to make one final statement. Sometime in the near future, one very betrayed assassin may appear before you. 2 games down, 1 to go. I know, right? Thanks, Lilu. Thank you, Needless to say, that man is very good at what he does. I'm sure you would understand what I mean if you watched his video. Help me. Now then, Your Honor, the verdict, if you please. Is this all right with you, Mr. Wright? We have finally reached the end of a very long battle. Whether he's convicted or acquitted, there is no escape for him now. Go on, Phoenix. Plead whichever way your heart tells you. Right, Chief. Guilty because he's guilty. Matt, on guard. Even though I'm a lawyer, I cannot make your crime disappear. I think a guilty verdict is appropriate here. Me? My wonderful self? Guilty? Even if you got an acquittal, the instant you set foot outside the detention center, your life would be in danger, no matter which way you look at it. You can't run away from your crime anymore! No! Oh my goodness. This was totally not a disturbing image at all. We're all good. Good day for us. If you choose not guilty, Phoenix will congratulate OnGuard on his freedom. However, just as the judge is ready to hand down his verdict, OnGuard will stop him, saying he would rather go to prison for the rest of his life than wait for D-Killer to come and kill him. Oh, I see. That's interesting. Hello, Unfailing Cat. I hope you're well. You just caught the very end of Ace Attorney 2. As always, it looks like we have uncovered the real truth. I don't remember you helping out much in this. Mr. Edgeworth, how is Matt on guard? I have left Miss Von Karma in charge of his incarceration. I'm sure he's getting a full-course meal of whip leather right about now. I'm glad you're well, Unfailing Hat. I am too. It's been nice to play Ace Attorney today. Very good. That was a close one, wasn't it, Witness? Yes. I plan to pay my debt to society for my own crime, Your Honor. The first time I was called to the witness stand during this trial, all I felt was despair. She must be talking about the time Edgeworth really went after her. Yeah, it was horrid. I guess she's trying to forgive him for what he did. This witness, how should I put this? She has an illness. If you're going to say you would choose death, that is of no concern to me. No, we're to play that line again, Edgeworth. That's so mean. Again. Oh, fine. But after that, when I was alone at the detention center, that's the first time I really saw myself for who I am. And today, when the two of you used your combined strength to convict Matt, I felt like I had finally been saved. Wow, this is the first time I've ever seen her smile. I'm really happy that you two were in charge of this case. I really don't know how to express how I feel at this moment. This is the first time I felt comfortable with myself, with who I am. Thank you so much, everyone. Okay, well, I'm glad someone's happy. It looks like we have resolved everything at last. As for myself, there are still a few things I'm confused about, but everyone seems to be in good spirits, and that is good enough for me. That is all. This court is adjourned. You were great out there, Phoenix. What I did out there was right, wasn't it? This is the first time you've not gotten your client off. You got the guilty verdict this time, but you have to look past all of that to what's really important. You now realize that there is something more than just getting a not guilty, right? Yes, I understand now. Phoenix, think back for a second. Think to the moment before Miss Von Karma arrived at the final pieces of evidence, his perfect win record. If I was a Von Karma, my life would be over right now. Think about the incredible decision you had to make. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear the defense's final statements on this matter. I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. Should I side with justice or should I save Maya's life? My client, Matt on guard, is he guilty or is he not guilty? Those were your choices. Your answer spoke to what being a lawyer means to you. It means justice for all. Right! Edgeworth! I have good news. Maya is now safe in police custody. Really? Pearls, you're telling us the truth, right, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, she's quite safe. She's on her way here as we speak in a patrol car. Yeah, Mystic Maya's safe. You did it, you really did it, Mr. Nick. Ow, she punches deceptively hard for a kid. I believed in you. I kept saying to myself, Mr. Nick will save her. Mr. Nick will save her. Oh, thanks. Oh, what's wrong? It's Von Karma. About earlier, thanks? Ow! Why are you still smiling, Mr. Phoenix Wright? You lost! Your perfect win record has now been crushed. I knew Avon Karma would be upset with me. I knew it. And yet, you are still happy? I don't think you'll ever understand, Miss Von Karma. How dare you? Don't worry. She may in time. After all, I was like that myself until a year ago. Edgeworth, for my own personal victories and for guilty verdicts, I used every dirty trick in the book, and so my win record remained spotless. But a man appeared and stood fast against that selfish me. I fought him in my usual manner and tasted my first defeat. I felt like I had lost everything because of that. And then... oh yeah, I remember that. It was my turn to sit in the defendant's chair. And I was saved by that person I called my enemy. I couldn't forgive myself for all that had happened, so I left the prosecutor's office. And I left that note. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death. As well you should have. A prosecutor who has shamed himself in defeat should crawl into a hole and die. But that was not what happened. Never forget DL6. Yep. After I left the prosecutor's office, I finally came to realize something. And it was in that moment of clarity that everything began to change. What foolish nonsense! We prosecutors use anything we can to attack the defendant. But every time we did so, no matter how desperate the situation, instead of giving up like most people, that man would hold strong with his undying faith. And then before I knew it, I began to trust in that man as well. Why does he sound like he's reading his wedding vows? Is he gonna like cut to like a wedding venue at the end of this speech? I'm just saying. Hello, Taiwan. Oh, Von Karma got shot. Yeah, but it's okay. She recovered. It's all good. What? You trusted your enemy? It doesn't matter how many underhanded tricks a person uses. The truth will always find a way to make itself known. The only thing we can do is fight with the knowledge we hold and everything we have. Erasing the paradoxes one by one is never easy. We claw and scratch for every inch. But we will always eventually reach that one single truth. This I promise you. No, I don't think Franziska has, unfortunately. I think she only knows enemies to enemies. Bro, just get married to Wright. Exactly, he's reading out his wedding vows. I am well too, thank you, Taiwan. I'm glad I finally finished this case. The truth. Yes, that's the reason why prosecutors and defense attorneys exist. But I'm sure you knew that already, didn't you, Wright? That's why you couldn't forgive me. This man who went into hiding. Isn't that right? This man who only had his sights set on victory, who ran away into the night. Ah! Is Mr. Redruff right, Mr. Nick? You really let me down. When you disappeared, I felt betrayed. The reason I decided to become a lawyer to begin with was because I believed in the things you said to me. Oh, all those years ago. Tiny Edgeworth. And you betrayed your own words. That's why, 1 year ago, I made up my mind. I decided that the Miles Edgeworth I knew had died. At least that's what I told myself. You pathetic fool! Miss Von Karma! I don't want to hear the wretched whimpering of a disgraced loser. And Von Karma is someone who's destined to be perfect. Miles Edgeworth, you are no longer worthy. You are no longer worthy of being a Von Karma, and neither am I. It's over. It's all over. Franziska threw something on the ground just now. This is an electromagnetic receiver. Isn't that the thing she used to track Detective Gumshoe? I'll return it to the precinct later. There's something else. Ah! Isn't that Miss Von Karma's whip? I'll never set foot in another courtroom again. I'm sure that's what she's saying by this action. You should keep this, right? Okay. Maya back! Return of the King! That's why Franziska was the answer earlier, because of the receiver she put in Gumshoe. That's such a good point. They did tell us about that a lot. Maya's back, guys. Maya! Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya! She's back, guys. Oh, you get a cute picture. Everybody's having a hug. Let's go. That's so sweet. Oh, Nick, I knew you would come through. You got unguarded convicted like I knew you would. And on top of that, you even rescued me. Well, of course I did. You know I would never desert you. But we sure pressed our luck this trial. You're really lucky to be standing here. Whatever, whatever. Look, it's over, okay? Besides, if I did croak, I would just come back and haunt you like a bad ghost through Pearly. Is it really that easy to do something like that? Thanks a lot, Nick. Don't mention it. Maya. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm relieved you're all right. Hey, it looks like you've made some real progress, Mr. Edgeworth. Well, I suppose I'm a little different from who I was a year ago. Oh, she must be so hungry. She hasn't eaten. All right. I think it's time we got out of this depressing place. Huh? Where are we going? Food, Nick, food. Grub, chow. I'm starved. I'm so hungry. Even you look like a nice juicy burger on a bun to me, Nick. You think I look like a burger? I'm a prime rib at least. Come with us, Mr. Edgeworth, please. If you insist. Edgeworth. Alright, so how about we hit up our usual burger joint? Don't be silly, Nick. Huh? This case messed up that awesome evening and got in the way by gourmet food, so I've decided that we have to make it up by having another feast. Another feast? Come on, Nick, food! We'll make Edgeworth pay, he's got money. Hey, pal! Sorry to keep you guys waiting! Gumshoe, are you alright? Yeah, but I'm really embarrassed. I didn't think I would hit a telephone pole of all things. A telephone pole? Then it wasn't a red light that got him? You did it again, city boy! I felt like my dear old heart was going to give out on me, and I ain't joking. Yeah, it was more exciting than the last episode of Steel Samurai. Thanks. Now looky here, Mr. Snooty Prosecutor. Don't you reckon you bullied Mr. Wright too hard? If you don't start being a lot nicer to him, he might just kick it. Tonight, even. I'll keep that in mind. Well, come on now. Everyone gather around. You're going to get your picture taken by a genuine professional photographer. Looks like Lotterbot has off a new camera. Well, pal, at least we can put this messy case behind us now. Come on, tonight's all about eating, so let's go chow down, pal. Amen to that, pal. Nice. Let's go. You know, when you think about it, you were the one who saved the day, detective. Huh? Me? You really think so? He's right. If it wasn't for the 3 items you took, I think this trial would have had a very different ending. At the end of the guide, it says, you're finally finished with the final case of the game, but don't worry. There'll be more cases and adventures you'll face in the future, just like in the next game in the series. Strategy Wiki will be there for you like a Mia to your Phoenix. That is adorable. That's so sweet. I love you, Strategy Wiki. I've been using you by proxy. Ah, well, you know, it's, Huh? Wait, that's odd. When I ran off with the things from the killer's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things in total, sir. What? 4? Yeah, I'm sure I put one of the items in my coat pocket. There was a 4th item? Oh, come on, y'all, it's over. But whoo boy, I tell you, you really are something else. Between getting accused of murder and getting kidnapped. Never a dull moment of you, huh? You think? Why does she look so happy about that? But being shut away for 2 whole days. Weren't you scared? Yeah, it was really scary. I felt so hopeless. So to keep my mind off of things, I drew a picture. Sounds like you had it rough, gal. So where's this picture of yours? Yeah, I want to see it. I want to see Mr. Byers' picture. You know, I don't know where it went. Oh, that's too bad. Well, it's alright. It wasn't anything important anyway. Oh, okay. That's really sad. It sure is nice to finally see them both smiling again. Beep, 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 beep. What is it, Edgeworth? This thing is picking something up. Oh, that's Miss Von Karma's receiver. Oh, thanks to her, I had the most awful experience of my life, sir. I can't believe she stuck a tracking device on me. That's odd. Even though you're standing right here, the tracking device seems to be in a different location. Oh, it's probably busted or something, sir. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm afraid it's about time for me to excuse myself. I still have some work to do. Huh? But Mr. Edgeworth, you haven't even eaten anything yet. And you've eaten way too much, you glutton. I had fun tonight. Now, if you'll excuse me. Wow. Edgeworth says a sentence? Wait, what? I just want to say, thanks, Edgeworth. You really saved me out there. If anyone should be saying thanks, it should be me, right? I feel like words alone aren't enough here. I wonder if there's anything I can give him to express how I feel. What? Hello? There's not bouquet of flowers. How am I gonna give him something? Should I give him some tomato juice, guys? Oh, I really want to get this right. The correct answer is a wedding ring. Yes, I think so too. Do I have a wedding ring? I don't have a wedding ring, unfortunately. That would be the correct answer. Yes, I don't see wedding ring on my list. We're gonna have to do the second best thing. Attorney badge. We can't keep answering attorney badge, my goodness! But like, I also can't give him D Killer's pistol. Like, we can, we could. Is it the right answer? I know we can give him our attorney badge, but like... It's not. Yeah, exactly. I didn't think it was. I want to get it right because I want to get the dialogue. These are more stressful than the actual case. What if I give him... It can't be Von Karma's whip. We feel grateful. We need to give him something to show that we feel grateful. I just don't know what to give him. He loves autopsy report. Let's give him autopsy report. Although I reckon he already has a copy of autopsy report. I don't know what the answer in writing. Oh my goodness. Oh, we could give him a picture of the Nickel Samurai. Doesn't he love this stuff? I don't know how grateful he'll be that we give him a picture of like a murderer. That's probably not it. He loved Steel Samurai though. He had Steel Samurai merch in his house. Not his house, his office. I feel like it's such a stretch. Guys, do we reckon it's the Nickel Samurai photograph? Look, this is the photo. You can always remember that we like beat up the Nickel Samurai, but I don't know. Seems plausible enough. I mean, he loves Steel Samurai. Wait, visit the Nickel Samurai picture. Don't. I'm gonna get at the point where I'm gonna like. I mean, most of the other things are all like murdery, evidence-y stuff. I don't think I'm gonna give him Francisca's whip. But yeah, is it the Nickel Samurai photo? I don't even remember what. I think I used this once during the case. Apparently it is the whip. My answer made more sense. We'll do the whip. What's this? Thank you. It's all thanks to you two. Oh, you two. Oh, okay. You and her. You don't need to thank me. I was only doing my job. Have a way to make it make sense. I'll see why soon. Okay. It looks like Mr. Edgeworth has left, Mr. Nick. Hey, Mr. Maya. Yes, Pearly? I guess you two can go back to being lovey-dovey, right? You and Mr. Nick, I mean. Pearly, would you cut it out already? You're embarrassing me. Anyway, so who's paying for this lovely dinner party? As if you need to ask, everyone say thank you to Nick. Huh? Oh yeah, well, I'm kind of at the point where I can't even buy instant noodles, pal. So I kind of put your name on the bill. Huh? Yeah, I got me a situation just like that myself. There's this camera shop in this hotel, see? And I just bought myself this good old beauty here. It better be anyhow for $3,000. It says after the thank you, so you don't even remember. Okay. Huh? Actually, I reckon you bought it for me since it's on your tab and all. Huh? Poor guy. Isn't this great, Mr. Nick? Yeah, Nick. Why do I suddenly feel like screaming? Aw, you don't need to hold back now, you hear? Yeah, pal, time to let it all out. This is going to be the first time I hear the real you. Go on, it's been a while since I heard you say it. I've been busy being a hostage and all. Okay, alright then, if you say so. Objection! Alright, we're rolling credits. We're rolling credits. Oh yeah. Yes, that's right, we need to add that objection. You really came through for me, Nick. I had to hide that letter, but I knew you'd find it. I really feel like I've been living on the edge lately. I mean, I've escaped death 3 times now. Pretty cool, huh? I feel like a pro. Just jamming out now. Oh my goodness. Being a lawyer must be so exhausting, gang. I'm so happy that you could save Mr. Maya, Mr. Nick. And I'm so happy for the 2 of you. Speaking of which, I think this hotel is a popular place for honeymooners. So I sort of made reservations for the 2 of you, just in case. Oh dear. What is she thinking? What is she cooking? What is she cooking, guys? Somebody to tell Pearl about gay people. I know, right? We'll just steal the reservation, use it for Edgeworth, right? Well, pal, it looks like I'm back on the force again. Mr. Edgeworth had a long talk with the chief, and he got me reinstated for my sake. Especially when everyone's breaking the rules in the courtroom. I heard he said things like, letting that one go is a bad thing for society. But all society. I knew it. Crashing headlong into everything is the only way to live, pal. Oh, Gumshoe got his job back. I'm so proud of him. Oh my god, I remember her first case. I'm Maggie Bird. I'm retiring this uniform as of today, sir. I'm going to be a waitress from now on. And bring smiles and joy to the people who come by the restaurant, sir. I hope you'll stop by sometime, Mr. Wright. Wow, what a plot twist. What a plot twist I just witnessed, guys. She's become a waitress. Oh, I didn't need to see him. Yes, are you here to visit a patient? I'm Director Hottie. Oh dear, I don't want to read this anymore. Yep. Ah, we're talking about Francisca. Go away, don't come back. Although you have bad news. No, 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 no. There are some things that, look, I love this game. It's great, but there are some things that need to stay in it. It's time to begin our quest of World Circus domination, sweetie. And to let the world know we are serious, I plan to make a fabulous flight to Zimbabwe. Hey, Max, what do you think Zimbabwe is like? Do you think there are castles made of cake and bunnies who can talk? I think if there are any talking bunnies, even they won't laugh at most jokes. Ouch. Yes, of course, of course. I mean, she didn't even know, like, what a computer was or something. I'm ready, I'm ready. There's no way these jokes are gonna fall on deaf ears. I'm gonna be more contemporary with my humor. Mocals represent. We've got a new actor worked out. Prepare for the Hallelujah chorus. Say something, will you? You're supposed to start this off. Get on with it. I do enjoy the credits. They remind me of, like, you know, movie credits. They remind me of movie credits. Where they'll just have, like, these little scenes interspersed. What's this drat? It's just an ordinary electric razor recharging on its stand. I can't believe this. Really? How long did they plan on making me do this? Oh, but it's Edgy Poo's idea, so that means it must have a deep hidden meaning. But why do I get the feeling they wouldn't forget about me, would they? Toy Story 3 credits, exactly. Not in the trilogy, thank goodness. She's just going, she's going. 3 of the warehouses where they stored the scenery were burnt down. Lovely. I love reading. Not in the trilogy, it means not my problem right now. Anyway, which game is the whale in? The whale! Oh my goodness! Yeah, that was in, is it in that case? In game 4. I appreciate everything you and Mr. Edgeworth did for me from the bottom of my heart. Oh, that's right. I received a letter from Miss Von Karma. She said that after I get out, I should feel free to consult her about anything at all. I'm really thankful to have met everyone. Nice. Alright. We can... Wanting me this far in advance is worth it. I think so. I think so. You're very upset when you saw him. Me too. It has become difficult for me in this country as of late. As such, I will take a short leave of absence. If you would like to request my services, please be sure to visit my homepage. May we both be blessed with longevity. The D-Killer website? The D-Killer website? Yo, let's go on the D-Killer website. Let's go, let's go. DKiller.com. Good website. Alright, 9:42 PM. International Departures Gate 12. Where are you going, Francisca? How did you know I was here? With this. Oh! That's... I heard you were planting things on a certain person. Things like tracking devices in his coat, for example. That's just like you. I only planted it there because he was always wearing it. This filthy drab coat of his. I don't know how it ended up in my luggage, but it's going in the trash, I promise you that. Oh, that's right. Speaking of that man, he told me something very interesting. When I ran off with the things from the D-Killer's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things in total, sir. 4 things? It seems he put the last one in his coat pocket. He put it in here? It doesn't matter anymore. The case is already over. What are you going to do now? Back to Germany. That's none of your business. Are you running away? Shut up. You don't understand a thing. You can't possibly understand what it means to be Manfred von Karma's daughter. Francisca. So many expectations from everyone around me, expectations I must fulfill. I'm expected to win no matter what, and failure, such a thing, is not an option for me. My father was a genius, there's no doubt about that. But me, I'm no genius. I've always known that. But I had to be one. I had to. Oh. You may not be a genius like your father, but you are a prosecutor. You have been and always will be. No, I'm not. Not anymore. I've even thrown my whip away. Speaking of that, Wright gave me this to hold on to. Right. You knew something like this would happen, didn't you? Okay, Edward, I'm a little introspective. I'm going to say this again. We prosecutors do not fight for personal honor or pride. I hope you will think deeply about what you should be striking down with that whip. You haven't changed a bit. You've always left me alone and walked on ahead without me. Miles Edgeworth, I've always hated you. Oh. And then, finally my chance to take my revenge on you arrived. If I could win against that man, if I could make Phoenix Wright bow down in defeat, then this girl you left behind would have risen higher than you. That was supposed to be my revenge. Oh, it wasn't revenge on us. It wasn't even revenge on her father. It was their revenge on Edgeworth. No way. I see. You know, I can't do it. I can't change who I am. I can't throw away everything I've been until today. I believe you can. Just like how Adrian Andrews did. Adrian Andrews? You were going to use her during the trial, right? But you were dependent on your father by using his tactics. Isn't that right? Today, you chased after me after I had left you behind all these years. And that's why we're standing here now, side by side. But I have no intention of stopping. If you say you are going to quit your walk down the prosecutor's path... Still going late, I know, we're just finishing Ace Attorney 2. It's just cutscenes, we finished the game. Then this is where we part ways, Francisca von Karma. You were close. Yeah, near the end of the case. We literally finished. Thank you very much. Just finished the game. Oh, she's crying. I'm Francisca von Karma. Don't think I'm going to walk in your shadow forever. I finished exactly 11. Yeah, the ending is really long. Our battle begins now, so you'd better prepare yourself, Miles Edgeworth. Oh. She's so small. She's so small. Why are we putting her in court? She's so small though. Phoenix Wright. One day, someday, I'm sure we'll meet again in battle. Until then, this last piece of evidence that never made it to you. I'll take good care of this fourth piece, so I can give it to you when at last we meet again. Oh my goodness. She's just... Oh! She did the drawing! That was her drawing! Oh! That's so cute! That was so cute, guys. What on earth? There we go. We beat the game, gang. We beat the game. Alright, only half an hour late. I hope you guys all enjoyed the end of Ace Attorney 2 Justice for All. What an amazing case. It sure was. Oh my goodness. I thought, oh yeah, you know, it's going to be a short one, right? Because of the time restriction. But no, it was a really long one. It's so complicated. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Worm. Thank you for coming. Thank you as well, Lulu. Thank you all for stopping by. What an adventure. I only got lost about 10 times today. There were some bits I got straight away. So at least there's that, right? Yeah. Wow. That sure was an adventure. I can say that for sure. But yeah, there we go. We did it. Okay. Right, well, my next stream will be Mario Kart on Friday. And we'll start Ace Attorney 3. I don't even know what Ace Attorney 3 is called next time. There are more Trials and Tribulations. There we go. That's a great name for a game. That's exactly describes what I do in Ace Attorney. I'm always going through trials and tribulations. I agree. But we'll be doing that same time, same place next week. Right. I think I'm just gonna end stream. I'm just so exhausted. But yeah, thank you all for coming. Have a great rest of your week. I'll see you either on Friday or on Tuesday for Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations. Thanks so much for watching, everyone, and see you soon.